Hide your strap-ons, put away your biscuits, and get ready for the ride of your life. It's time for free candy in the van of comedy. It's time for Two Clueless Dudes.
Boom! We are here. We are live. This is Mad Mike.
I'm the Hank.
And we're here with our producer, Waz, of course, as always.
Howdy.
And we are Two Clueless Dudes. And you know what? We've got an interesting show for you today. So much has happened.
So much has?
So much.
Like what? I don't know.
Like days have passed.
7 of them.
Yes, I got shots in my back.
Woo!
So that happened.
That did happen.
You bought a tricycle. That happened.
I bought a tricycle.
A motorized tricycle?
A motorized tricycle.
Oh no, don't fall over.
What up, Ronnie?
We met Ryan Reeves.
We met Ryan Reeves. Yes.
Of the Vegas Golden Knights,
can we
Mr.
talk-
7'5".
Let's start with that. Let's just talk about that for a minute.
Okay, let's lose the intro then.
No.
Go ahead.
Intro's my favorite.
I really enjoy the intro too. But what do you want to know about Mr. Ryan Reeves?
So, okay.
7'5".
Sorry.
Nope, you're good. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so the first, a little background on Mr. Reeves. He is a player for the Las Vegas hockey team, the Golden Knights, number 75. He's the dude that's usually, doing all the punching and hitting. He's a bruiser. He's a goon.
He's a bruiser.
Yeah.
He's a goon that knows how to play.
Yeah.
He spent a little time on one
Krista
of
Harris
them.
Galliano says, "Hey guys."
Yo, Krista, how we doing? So, Mr. 7'5" is one of those people who spent a little time on the East Coast, came to the Midwest, spent some time with St. Louis,
Yeah.
and made his way to the Vegas Golden Knights.
Yeah.
And
They don't care.
I care because he's one of my favorite hockey players, and because
He
it
is.
happened to me, everybody is going to know.
Yeah.
So,
But first, a little background.
well, that's what I was doing.
Okay.
I was giving background.
Well, I mean, on the first time I saw him.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
Okay, so we go to the gym. We sit down right next to Ryan Reeves. He's at the juice bar. And he's the one who picked the table. So I was like, oh, shit. It's Ryan Reeves. He obviously noticed him, right? So I sit down. I'm chilling. And then Ryan Reeves is there for a minute. Then finally he gets up and walks out. And I was like, hey, that was cool, right? He's like, what? I said, oh, we were sitting right next to Ryan Reeves. He was like, huh? No! And he goes running down the hall to try to catch him, to see if he can catch him. He was already gone. Here, poof, vanished like
Okay,
that.
that did happen. I did.
Hey, Sabrina from Denver.
Yo, Colorado in the house.
That happened.
So I did, in fact, not only run towards the gym, I ran
Keisha
towards
says, "Hello."
the locker room as well. Unfortunately, he
Hey,
was
Keisha.
gone. Hey, baby.
Yeah, he was gone. So then, the next time I go to the gym, I call him up. I'm like, hey, going to the gym? He's like, I just can't today. It's just so hard to live right now.
I'm tired.
I'm so tired. So I'm like, fine.
I didn't sleep.
I'm gonna go. So I went to the gym and I
No.
worked out right next to Ryan Reeves.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't believe this. It's so hilarious. But then I tell him this, and he's like, oh man. So we finally go the third time.
I used some. I was upset.
Expletives. Yeah.
I was not happy.
But this last time we went,
Da, 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 da.
we were trying to find a locker and could not find one.
Right.
So we finally go around the
So
corner
we
to get a
go
locker.
3 areas.
Yeah.
And
Nothing.
none of the lockers are for us.
Yeah, they're all taken.
So then we go to the next area, and there's a dude there, and I say, hey, Waz, these are our lockers right here. This is us. And then who turns around? Ryan Reeves,
Yep.
Mr. 7'5" of the Golden Knights.
Right there.
You got
So-
back.
Listen, something really serious happened. Now, I want you to know, and everybody else to know, that I've spent a lot of time in event security. Working on the Strip and downtown, being in security management, I've seen a lot of celebrities. I'm talking a lot. And it's not very easy for me to get starstruck. Ryan Reeves turned around, and I legitimately didn't know what to say. I would be willing to bet that my jaw was practically laying on my kneecap.
Yeah.
I I remember not knowing what to say if I was going to say anything, and then something really unique happened. He looked at me like,
Why are you staring at me?
"What the
weirdo?
fuck you looking at?" And I was like,
Why you creeping?
And I was like, "Can I shake your hand?" I said that. Could I shake your hand? So he kind of looks at me funny. He's like, "Yeah, man," and he shakes my hand. And then fucking Mike over here is like, "Mike," and extends his hand, and he's like, "Ryan, nice to meet you." And I'm like, he didn't talk to me like that.
You didn't come at him like that either.
So
true.
he went to go fill up his water bottle. I mean, you would have thought it was Elvis or the Beatles or something crazy. I'm on the floor like a little kid. I'm like, I was Ryan Reeves.
I can't believe it.
So I got
It's
up
true.
just in time for Ryan to come back. I call him Ryan because now we're close.
Rai. I call him Rai.
Yeah.
Oh, little Rye.
Ryan came back
The Rai guy.
in time for us to get ready to leave, and then he was going to take care of his after gym activities. You know,
I just
clean
would have
himself up.
thought you would have recognized him sooner with the wheelchair and being in Superman. That wheelchair Superman guy? Or is that his
Christopher Reeves.
brother? Oh, okay, Christopher.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
Same powerhouse family.
Honestly, if the next time I see him, I'm gonna tell him for Halloween he should wear his hockey jersey and a duster and some dark glasses and go as Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
though. You're an idiot. I kind of like that though.
Right?
I like the flavor there.
Right?
We should just all be Keanu Reeves for Halloween this year as like a unit.
Oh my god,
Listen,
that
do
would
you
be
know
so
how
funny.
old that guy is? And
Dude, he's like 50 something, yeah.
he still flops around on the ground
Him and
doing
Tom
these
Cruise.
perfect somersaults,
Unaffected by time.
unaffected by time
It's incredible.
or anything else. He's the new Chuck Norris. Do you understand me? Keanu Reeves is the next Chuck Norris.
It's true.
He's so nice, so eager to return a compliment and just
You know,
so
Right, he
dapper.
was really chill about it. You know what I mean?
Charismatic is the word I'm
Yeah,
looking for.
he was. He was charismatic. He was nice. He was a stand-up dude. So, Ryan Reeves, we know you listen to our show. Thank
Duh.
you for
Thanks, Ryan.
saying
And we
what
want
up.
you on the show.
Yeah,
We're gonna
we'll
the
get you
next time
on.
we see you at the gym.
If we have any type of free availability, we're booked pretty for a while, but we'll see if we can squeeze you in. So let's talk about something that's a little more controversial.
we did not land on the moon. No.
Well, I'm pretty sure we did, but
Waz, do you think we landed on the moon?
I don't want to take over your show with that again.
so do you they landed on the moon?
Well, someone did.
You just don't know.
But
don't know
aliens
us.
were here before us. They landed on the moon.
I'm just saying a lot of countries that aren't necessarily friends with us still watched and envy as our rocket went to the moon.
Yeah. Well, technically, if a Russian guy lands on the moon, wouldn't that be an alien?
Yeah, I wouldn't expect Russia to give us credit on that unless they
Probably
had
not,
to.
Yeah. So controversial.
Is it a Kardashian question?
They have decided to make the Little Mermaid movie live action.
Oh, we're gonna touch this. Okay.
I've got to.
Can we touch it with like a long stick? 'Cause I
Keisha-
don't
I'm just
know.
waiting for
Just
the
so you
Rule
know,
34
Keisha
of
also
this.
believes we've landed on the moon. Just so you know.
She's gonna sleep on the couch though.
My guest on my show today thought that we've landed on the moon more than we have. That
Really?
there's like bases over there and stuff that we don't even know about.
I've heard that too.
That's
on the
a fun
dark side.
one.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
fun
cool,
thought.
right?
I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying we didn't land when we said we did.
Sabrina says we are a product of aliens, which is true. All my
Agreed.
family's
Have
from
you-
Sicily.
have you-
So they were-
That's the wrong kind of alien.
Oh,
Have you seen Prometheus? The movie Prometheus.
have I seen Prometheus? Oh, is that the alien,
Alien
movie?
movie.
Yeah, I did the first one, right?
Well, I think
Wait,
there's
wait,
only
wait.
one Prometheus.
And then didn't they release a second
There's
Prometheus?
Prometheus and Bob. You guys remember that animation?
I don't.
It was on MTV. There was an alien named Prometheus and a caveman named Bob. And he visited the caveman and tried to teach him stuff. And it always went comically awry.
You know, actually, Waz, you're the right kind of clueless. Well,
All I can think about is the porn that's going to come from the Little Mermaid movie.
actually,
yeah.
let's go ahead. Let's talk
All
about
right,
the
so
Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid. they have cast
Yes.
a singer. She is a singer.
She is a singer.
Broadway style singer, but she also happens to be black.
Yeah, she's not white with red hair.
She's not white with red hair, and
It's the concept. I don't care about the skin color. I just like that mermaid concept.
the okay. So
Okay,
you,
well that's interesting.
so
That's
my
interesting.
issue is they're people are getting uproared because they're like, well, you just don't want. It's racist because anything a white girl can do, a black girl can do, and you should just live with it. But here's the thing: this is not an American tale, right? This
That's
is a very old Scandinavian tale. Is that was written in
Another
Denmark.
country.
It was written in
Definitely.
They've
Denmark.
got a solid argument here. Is making this person not Scandinavian the same amount of gross as hiring an American actor to play a Chinese person in an American movie? Because that's always gross. Like, there's plenty of Chinese American actors. Why don't you hire
Yep.
them? Well, there's plenty
I
of deaf
agree.
actors. Why didn't you hire an actual deaf person to play this deaf person in this movie?
See, and it's not that I'm racist, but she should be a white girl with red hair. It's iconic. That's the thing. It's iconic.
It's not like
I didn't-
007 where
I didn't- yeah.
in 007 it's supposed to be a moniker for multiple people.
Yes.
Or like the
you can have a black 007.
Well, I
That'd be
think I
fine.
know what
Doctor
you're
Who is
going
another example.
with
The
this.
genie was Robin Williams, and now it's Will Smith. He's black. I loved him.
And
I have no
Doctor
problem
Who
with that.
could be anybody also because
But
Doctor
I
Who's just a
think
moniker.
What you're
I agree.
saying is
They have a female Doctor Who for the first time, and it's
because this is a live action, it's supposed to basically be a reenactment of the cartoon, and this wouldn't be a reenactment per se,
Yep.
because it's a different character altogether.
Yeah, where Will Smith was the right color for the cartoon. Regardless of the race
he
of
was
the
blue,
actor,
yeah.
they're both
Yeah.
blue.
Yeah,
So
I
it
ag- I
should
agree.
be a black actress in whiteface, basically.
correct.
Would fix it.
If
white girls it. Yeah, white
if
girls
they
it.
white powdered her and gave her a red wig, Mike might be okay with that.
Well, it's just, and they've also said obviously now her entire family is going to be black. So
Which is kind of awkward because
And now
King
they're
Triton
saying-
wasn't.
right,
Yeah.
right, none of them. So it's starting to get a little strange. And now they're going to, for the villain, they're saying Ursula is going to be Melissa McCarthy.
Now it's
Interesting.
feeling a little uncomfortable that, like, okay,
Right?
why is only the villain white?
Yeah. So now, and what are they going to do about Eric? Who is there's? I think they were talking about casting an Asian guy for Eric or something. I don't know.
I
But
don't know.
It's just it's starting to get weird. And somebody brought up the 1997 Cinderella movie that they made that had Brandy and Whitney Houston and like an Asian prince, but his family was white and black. It was a very strange mixed thing. And they're like, it was such a great movie. It was not a great movie. Okay? It was a terrible movie. It was a made-for-TV movie. Get over it, people. Okay? Yeah, it's going to be an Asian guy. Chris had just confirmed it is going to be an Asian guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought that's what she was talking
And
about.
it's not a race thing. I mean, for me, like the prince, he could really be and look
Whatever.
however you want. He's not the iconic
he's
part
not the main
of
character.
the Little Mermaid. It's not called Prince Eric. It's called the Little Mermaid.
I mean, what's crazy is you and I just got off a cruise,
We did.
and one of the funny things was that one of the statues there was of the Little Mermaid, which looked exactly like the Little Mermaid.
Right.
It sounds
Except she
difficult
was
from
bronze.
A marketing perspective, it sounds risky.
So,
right?
But I mean,
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like, how do you do you change the cruise ships? Because a lot of these live actions and stuff,
I just think
they get princesses and
Yeah.
stuff, and they're on the cruise
you can have
ships,
a
and they're on the
Black Ariel on the cruise ships now. I mean, how do you? Yeah, in
Well,
the
you'll
in the
end up
theme
with
parks?
two different Ariels.
Right.
Just
so now you're going to confuse
Yeah,
children.
But I was
right?
going to say
Yeah.
that's
weird.
Awkward.
They're going to be
Yeah.
like, oh no, Ariel's been left out in the sun too long. I don't know
they
how they're
plan
going
for it
to.
though, because there's going to be two different genies. There's going to be the genie with the cartoon face, and there's going to be a Will Smith looking genie,
Yeah,
and they're both
okay.
going to wander the park. Is my theory.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It was, oh,
We'll
he
just
hasn't
have
been
two different
officially
costumes.
casted yet, but they're in talks. So,
I just want
I
to
just-
enjoy it.
yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I just want to enjoy it.
yeah, as long as I mean, it's tough because it feels. If
You're going to really
feel
have
like
to look past
Disney
some
is
of the
too-
older stuff.
Disney is trying too hard to be PC. They're trying way too hard to be politically correct and not offend anyone.
It does
so.
feel
They're giving in
insincere.
to all of the loudmouth minorities out there. You know what I mean?
Well, it feels insincere in that they could equally give in or sincerely toss in tons of black people in a lot of roles,
Yeah.
and it wouldn't seem so overtly forced as that one.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I think that's what
let's flip
his
this.
thing is actually.
If they
Because it feels awkward.
Right. Is
Like it
They're
feels
mad
like
at
it's
work.
trying
It's
too
not
hard.
it's not the fact that there's black people in the movie. It's just that where the actors should be per the
Like the most iconic one. That's a weird
Right.
one to change.
that
Yeah,
and,
it
that,
is
and
like a
that's
It's
weird one.
trying too hard.
it's like making the Black Panther white.
right. That'd be
You
weird.
just right. You'd be weird. You
Right,
can't. You
yeah.
couldn't do it. You just couldn't do it. There's just Blade. Blade's a black guy.
Or just like
He's
trying
a-
to force it.
Blade is Blade. You can't change. You can't turn him into
Right.
secret Asian man. You can't do it.
Right. No, I agree.
You know what I mean? You can't. There's just roles that have to be the way they are.
Well, I guess that's true
Tony
because
Stark has to
Blade-
look like Tony Stark. If he's a Hindu guy, it's gonna be weird.
That's true.
It would
Right?
seem forced.
Yes.
007 is a total perfect example of how people made this argument, and I didn't agree with them, since it's just a name for whatever spy has that role. It's like a rank.
Yeah,
So
007.
that could be anybody, and it's good to take advantage of that. Ariel, on the other hand, it's a weird one to change.
That's a
It's-
weird one to right.
Yeah.
To put a stamp on, to go that route is.
It feels forced. It feels like
Yeah.
they're trying awkwardly hard on
It
that.
feels like they've given in to a lot of this politics that's going on in the world right now, and it's kind of a bummer because I feel like it's now more than ever that people should be more willing to buy and eat cream cheese.
I love cream cheese.
Yeah.
It's taking away from the cream cheese.
It's taking away from the cream cheese
economy.
industry. Yeah, especially.
Obviously.
I mean, the
Obviously.
whipped cream cheese sales have gone down 6% since they announced this movie.
I
6%.
actually disagree because that's how we get our dogs to eat their pills. is
That's
with
how
the whipped
that's how we
cream
do it
cheese.
too. But you know what? Since they released this movie, that this movie's going to be made, our dogs won't take their pills.
That's true.
The cream cheese has gone up.
My
Yeah.
dogs don't even wag their tail anymore.
See,
Can you believe that?
this is what you've done to us, Disney.
Are they still alive? Your dog's okay?
I mean, they don't talk as much as they used to.
All right, so let's talk another movie.
Okay.
I finally got you to sit down and watch Pineapple Express.
Yes. That's my jam.
Dude, is that not an amazing movie?
It's so
Yeah.
funny.
Now,
It's like an instruction manual to life for me.
one of my favorite scenes is when they get lost in the woods. Right? They find out that the phones could be triangulated. The one guy's like, I'm gonna smash it on a rock. And then the guy grabs it and he just throws it out into He's like, what'd you do that for? You couldn't have thrown it, you couldn't have smashed it like a normal person? I was trying to hit a tree. What tree?
That one.
Why don't you just call it?
That's so how drug dealers used to be too. Like to get your weed, because you try to get it from a nice dude that just did weed and not some skeevy guy that has other drugs.
Yeah.
But it'd always be a total space cadet that loved you extra and not like other people that came in.
Yeah, it's true. That is true. So, great movie, and the scene where he tries to kick out the glass on the police car and he gets his
And
leg
his
stuck.
foot stuck in the
Dude.
windshield.
Oh my god!
We laughed so hard.
The first time I saw that, I almost peed my pants.
Can you believe that hasn't been in a movie already?
I know that. So it boggled my mind. I was like, "That is genius."
That scene alone like made that movie a legend.
So what would you give it? Banana scale, 1 to 12.
Like you could hate weed and that's a great movie.
Yeah, I don't smoke, and I love that movie.
Yeah.
I think that movie is an easy 11 bananas for me.
Word, worthy.
I don't know about 11, but I would definitely give it 10 bananas. I laughed my ass off.
That
And there was
cast, right?
so many good times.
Great casting too.
Good cast. Good
Yeah, great cast.
I'm a huge Seth Rogen fan.
Yeah, me
Thug
too.
life.
Franco can go either way with me, but I love Seth Rogen. So
Really?
to me, that's
I like James Franco. I think
they nailed it.
yeah.
They nailed it. So I'd give it 10 bananas.
10 bananas.
Yeah.
What's an 11 that you'd put up against it to say this is why
I
this
think we're
movie is
gonna
an 11?
get to that, but I think we're not gonna touch it all the
Well,
way.
if I had to pick a movie that I thought was like an 11, that's funny. I would have to go Step Brothers.
Oh, like Step Brothers is where you would say, okay, this movie is the
Is-
next step above.
Yeah,
Underappreciated.
I
Step
think-
Brothers, Dumb and Dumber. That I think that is that realm. I think Pineapple Express is right there with like Talladega Nights.
I don't think it's trying to be a comedy as hard as any of those, though.
Oh, no.
'Cause
Not at
definitely
all.
more of an action movie and less of a comedy compared to those. But it
comparatively.
stacks up on that comedy level.
It really does.
In that category still. It's
It
crazy.
really does.
So if I was gonna name some 11s, I gave Endgame an 11, I believe.
Can you name a movie similar to Pineapple Express?
Sabrina likes
Well, that's
Step
kind of hard.
Brothers.
I was gonna
the
say
combination.
that's
Step Brothers is one of my favorite movies.
Jay and Silent Bob.
okay.
That's good.
I really enjoyed that. Matter of fact, they got the reboot coming out, so I'm really excited about that.
Do you remember the
But,
movie I made you watch called Welcome to Collinwood, where they try to do the heist in Cleveland
Yes.
and it all goes wrong in the end?
Yes.
Tell me that ending is not
That-
just okay.
it's
Most of the
good,
movie
but
is
it's not
pretty
it's
dry.
not an 11.
No,
Big Trouble in Little China.
that ending
Oh,
itself isn't
seen that.
11.
You haven't seen Big Trouble in Little China?
Obviously, I should have.
Kurt
but
Russell.
That's a good movie.
I've
Oh
heard-
man,
I've heard-
fantastic. Also, Last
Ronnie
Dragon.
says Dumb and Dumber is his fave. It's
Last
my
Dragon's
it's
an
my
11.
number one movie
Haven't
of all
seen that
time.
either.
Just so you know, Dumb and Dumber,
And-
number one movie of all time.
I will tell you, we're not giving the review until next week when we're live
Yeah.
on air.
We have seen Spider-Man, but we will not disclose anything about Spider-Man until we know that all of our fans have had a chance to watch it. So next week,
Except you, Ronnie. We know that you will turn us off for a short, brief moment.
did we just? Keisha says, "Did we just become best friends?" Yup.
That would be
but go
the
see it. It was
easiest
amazing.
one that I would tell you was that would be between an 11 and a 12. That's been one of the greatest movies I've seen.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man was
really good.
legit. Absolutely.
Wait, what is this Spider-Man
legit.
called?
Spider-Man Far From Home.
Oh, planes, trains, and automobiles. Where's your hand? Between two pillows. Those aren't pillows. No, you don't. You've never seen it, have you?
No, but how about Stripes? Stripes was fantastic. Did you ever get in on that?
Groundhog Day.
Goonies. Goonies.
Oh, now you're
come
getting
at me
real
with
classic.
come at me with
Yeah.
Goonies.
Of course, Goonies.
I gotta go Groundhog Day if we're gonna go classics.
Goonies.
No, no, no.
Goonies over Groundhog Day any day. Yeah.
I want to.
Comedy?
Yeah. West Coast.
I want to roll it in a little newer.
Okay.
And say that that movie that was a parody of Walk the Line,
Oh, Walk Hard.
Walk Hard.
Oh, that was the Dewey Cox story.
The Dewey Cox.
That
story.
was amazing.
That's probably my favorite movie.
It was a spoof off of Johnny Cash. Did you see it? No.
No, I'm too big of a Johnny Cash fan. That would piss me off.
No, it's
So
not.
good.
No,
It's-
it
doesn't make
parodies-
fun of him. It's like
It doesn't just parody Johnny Cash's story. It parodies the movie Ray really
Okay.
thoroughly too. It also
Yeah.
parodies the story of the guy behind the Beach Boys.
Yes.
Brian Wilson.
Yes.
It parodies Brian Wilson also.
Okay.
There's a whole scene that so it parodies multiple artists of that era, and it's amazing.
Interesting.
Yeah. So a music history person will just take an extra level on that one.
so. One of the conversations we were having last night for 4th of July, and I hope everybody had a good 4th of July.
Yeah. Hopefully everybody still has 10 fingers.
Yes, hopefully. One of the things we were discussing was, best actors
Oh.
of our
man.
generation.
Okay. Okay.
Not of all time, but of our generation. You know what I mean? So we were discussing this, and we were kind of throwing out some things. Now, I mentioned Sylvester Stallone.
Hold on.
That script thief.
Yeah, there you go. And he wasn't on board with that, so I was
He's a
like, okay, what about
loser.
Jean-Claude Van Damme?
For the audio people, they're battling on the buttons. And it's very funny.
Uncle Buck, great movie too, actually.
It was okay. I'm not gonna hit your button on that.
Anything John Candy was really
Yeah,
good.
John Candy's amazing.
Yeah, I need to
but-
candy.
I think I would have to say the number one, my honest to God, number one actor, best actor to me is Tom Hanks.
Can we do TV too?
Yeah. Okay, let's go
Because
TV.
Lily Tomlin has been in
Lily
so
Tomlin.
many funny things. She's in like long career too, all the way from stuff that predates me, like Laugh-In,
Oh yeah.
all
she's been-
through her current show that's on Netflix that I forgot the name of.
Frank and Gracie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just like a hard-working actor that's like underrated.
That's true. She's
I
but is
loved
she
her.
the greatest actor
know,
of our
I
generation?
need-
I think she's a top 10. I loved her in that movie about the brain and it's got that guy that was a robot in another movie. I Heart
Whoa.
Huckabees.
Oh, I Heart Huckabee. Great
Yeah.
movie.
Lily Tomlin was killer in I
Yes.
Heart Huckabees.
I
Yeah.
Heart Huckabee it's really hilarious, right? I know you haven't seen it.
You really have to pay attention to the
Isn't
dialogue.
Mark
for it to be
Wahlberg's
funny,
in
though.
that too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
the
second
dumbest, the dumbest actor If
Oh,
we're
he's
talking
great in
about
it,
the
though.
most unintelligent
He
actor,
plays
plays
dumb
that
in it,
part.
too. It's so good.
amazing.
well, he probably played himself then.
Yeah, it
nails
was
it.
so awesome.
All right, you ready to
So,
give me the ding,
give me-
ding, 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 ding thing?
Yeah, I'm ready.
So this is tough for me, but this actor can do anything. Denzel Washington. What the hell?
Okay.
Jude Law. Jude Law is also not hard.
Yes.
Hard face.
Gattaca?
Yeah, he's been sleeping lately, but
Well, not really. He did Captain Marvel.
oh,
He's in that. He was Sherlock, Enemy at the Gate. So he's still
oh,
out there.
I slept on Sherlock. I didn't know Jude Law was Sherlock.
He plays
was I
Holmes
doing?
in Sherlock and Holmes
Man, what was I
with
sleeping?
Robert Downey Jr.
I would
Amazing.
say second to that, though. I mean, I know you didn't ask, but in all fairness, I feel like I'm being disrespectful if I don't say Ed Harris.
Yeah,
He's got so many good movies out.
underrated.
Yeah, I just don't. But is he the greatest of all time? That's what I want to know. Who is the number one, undisputed?
All right. Denzel.
See,
I can only give a top 10 on this because it's so arguable.
I
like a
think
number
Leonardo
one.
DiCaprio
Yeah, it's totally
is right
subjective,
there.
right?
That's an absolute contender for number one.
For number right for
number
number
one, though?
hardworking
I don't know
Leonardo?
about number one.
Because I have to say, like, consistency of output and quality. Consistency of quality and amount of output are my two factors on this. Like, DiCaprio's done something, been in a movie.
What do you
everyone
fans
likes.
think? List out who you think the top actor is. But go
Actor,
ahead.
actress.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to say actor for both genders now.
Yeah,
I have to consciously
actors.
get used to that.
See,
I'm too
well,
old for that.
Well, we don't have
let's
to be
look at male
politically correct
actors.
on internet
We
radio
can
yet.
look at male actors. No. Okay, but that's good. Let's look at
Sporting
female.
effort.
Let's look at female actors.
I have to say, only because I think she's gorgeous, and I hope I don't get punched in the face
It's
later.
distracting for our judgment when they're gorgeous.
It's tough.
Yeah.
I just lost her name. Julianne Hough. Oh my God.
Oh, she's pretty though.
Oh my God.
Is she like one of the greatest actors? of our
Absolutely
generation?
not.
No.
But
You're just going
babe,
off a
if
hot
I could
factor.
have a hall pass on some Julianne Hough, wow. I mean, I got no chance. But if I just write it out, that would be cool.
greatest female actors, I think Jamie Lee Curtis is in the running, and so is Sigourney Weaver.
Of course, Sigourney Weaver is huge.
Right?
Of course, we gotta go Audrey Hepburn though.
She's dead though.
Audrey Hepburn.
She's not of our generation.
She
She would be like of all time ever.
It's hard.
Audrey
Yeah.
Reese Witherspoon.
Oh, that's a hard working
Keisha
one.
says John Travolta. Yep.
Oh, good one, babe.
Jennifer Aniston. You know
Oh,
what?
that's because she's hot too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you were
Not
gonna
very
say.
prolific though.
She is not.
We're the
right.
Millers. When she was in We're the Millers, I hope that wasn't a body double because I remember rewinding
Yeah,
it a
she
couple
was-
times.
she was-
If
she
we
was
can
pretty.
go back to TV though, although she's in a bunch of movies, Aubrey Plaza. Do you know who that is?
We don't watch TV in our house.
Well, she's done some movies too.
Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah, she's the
Is she related to Courtney Building? No. Oh, okay.
she's the girl that's always plays like a. She's starting to get to like mom age now, but she's usually like a teen that's like jaded on everything. She was like a young intern on Parks and Rec that was just always grumpy faced
Okay,
and
so
and scheming. And she's played that role in a few different TV shows. She recently made a movie that's on Netflix where everyone is like nuns. And
oh
the-
yeah. I don't remember the name of that, but yes, that's a really interesting concept. But now we've kind of morphed this into hottest actor. Rest.
Yeah, I mean it's my fault. I'm sorry, but
I'll
I
even
gotta
do
be
hottest
honest.
actor. Hottest actor would be tough.
Yeah, I'm not biased. I'll tell
Yeah.
you who's a good looking actor.
Bro,
I'm
Chris
leaning towards
Hemsworth.
hardest.
I mean,
working,
yeah.
too.
I mean, everybody,
Chris
like
Hemsworth, bro.
anybody talks
Keith
about
Evans.
him.
Chris Evans. I mean, Chris Evans. I'd like his armpits. I ain't gonna lie.
That's kind of weird.
he's nice too. Is another thing.
Yeah.
He's
But, like-
his armpits are so sweet.
Hardest working is kind
Anthony
of
Hopkins and Adrian Brody. Adrian Brody is
Who said that?
phenomenal. Sabrina Galliano.
Wow. Good
Adrian
call.
Brody, amazing. The pianist.
The penis?
Pianist.
Oh, pianist.
Have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen the penis either.
You haven't?
No.
Wow.
I haven't seen either.
We have to watch that movie. It hit me right in the nuggets. Have you seen The Pianist?
No, I feel like if we're talking about Adrian Brody, we should bring up.
Predator.
No, I was gonna say that Bubble Boy beats him. I forgot his name.
Oh, that's Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal. I keep learning on like hardest working though.
Okay,
People have seen him in the
hottest-
most
He's pretty
things.
good.
Hottest male right now, Sabrina says, is Jason Momoa.
Oh, from
Yeah, from
the pineapple guy.
Aquaman.
Yeah, the pineapple guy.
What about dude that plays Thor?
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth. Yeah.
You know what? I'd like
so
those elbows.
cordial too. The way he just presents himself and like passes praise along when people are praising him. He shares it with his coworkers and stuff. He's just super cordial.
Dude, I think Jared Leto is man pretty.
Yeah.
I think he's man pretty.
I think he's man pretty, and I also think he's a good actor. And I like for whoever wants to tell me that he wasn't a good Joker to come talk to me right now about it, because I enjoyed him.
The first female that grabbed my attention on the screen was actually in the movie Serenity. Summer Glau.
Oh, Summer Glau. Totally.
Yeah, let me see. She was in Sarah Connor Chronicles.
What has she been up to lately? That's not like, what have you done for me lately?
She hasn't done anything in a while.
None of these have beat Leo for me, except Anthony Hopkins. I know has got a strong legacy, but nothing like Leo. I feel like I grew up with Leo.
Leo DiCaprio, right? Yeah, he's Inception, Shutter Island. It's amazing.
I also
Titanic,
think it's
The Island.
The
Island.
Yeah,
I think it's unfair to leave the homie Nick Cage out.
Prolific, but the quality standard. He's known for taking things that he kind of phoned in.
That's subpar.
So
it's true.
So yes, but he also puts out a good product.
When I love the hardworking, I love
Because
the prolificness.
He puts out an enjoyable product.
Yeah.
But is it good all the time?
That's a good
All the
point.
time, no.
Have you seen Bangkok Dangerous?
No.
Me neither.
There's a lot of things I haven't seen from Nick Cage, but there's a lot that I have.
I love seeing his face.
That's
though.
fantastic.
Yeah.
You got one of the best ones, The Rock, Face Off, Snake Eyes. I hit you with all the big
Yeah.
stuff.
Those are great.
You know what I mean?
Nick Cage
Those are
movies.
fantastic films.
Yeah.
And that's what I enjoy. National Treasure. I
know, I
had
liked
the
it too, yeah.
opportunity to have a sit down conversation with Nick Cage at one point in time in my professional career, and he actually talks exactly like he did on National Treasure. That's how he actually speaks.
Yeah,
Cool.
super soft. He's really hard to hear. He's super introverted in real life.
He speaks. There's not a single word that is smaller than 20 letters that he uses. he speaks very intelligently. Whether he is or not, I don't have a clue. But he's very.
He's articulate.
All I know
he sells it well.
is he
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 sells it
could
well.
not understand the menu at the juice bar at LVAC, and this poor lady was trying to get his, and he wanted some type of mocha something or other smoothie, and he's
Yeah, he doesn't talk very loud.
and I'm like,
But he's Nick Cage. He
and she's
doesn't
like,
have to.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're getting at. I don't know what you mean. I was like, I got this. I'm like, what are you trying to get? He said, but I want milk. I was like, okay. He wants exactly what you think he wants. He just wants to make sure there's no milk in it. She goes, oh, but there's already no milk in it. I say, sir, there's no milk in it. He said, oh, okay, cool. That was it.
He's quite the consumer of alcoholic beverage.
I was like, all right, buddy.
He was just over-explaining his milk concerns.
Way over explaining his lactose needs,
Oh, that sounds like how I can imagine.
his lactose limitations.
He's definitely an interesting person,
Yeah.
but most artists are.
Right, yeah. And this was at the Sahara in Decatur gym, if anybody wants to stock him. I don't know if he still goes to that one, but because he used to live around that area.
Oh, I feel like...
Well, not that I
okay.
ever worked at Golden Nugget, but that's where I saw him.
The lady who plays Supergirl.
She's only hot.
She's
She
gorgeous.
can't act. She's
No,
not.
but I thought we
She's
were
not
talking about
the.
the hottest female.
Oh, we're
if
talking.
we
Are we
could
talking
go
about
back
TV?
to fun
Yeah.
people,
Megan
whether
Fox, she's pretty.
someone I'd put up on that Nick Cage is hella in fun things is Will Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Will Smith, yeah. Independence Day.
Yeah.
Independence Day.
He just makes any movie fun.
You know what? Independence Day. Since you said it, I don't have any problem in telling you that's still one of my favorite movies today. If that came on the television, I would not dare change.
Yeah.
the
I
channel.
haven't rewatched it. I don't
That-
really know if it holds up
That
for me or not.
movie blew out my
loved it.
eyeballs when I
Oh
was
no,
a kid.
you did not shoot that green shit at me.
Yeah, that broke my head. It was just too fun.
That was a great, and that was, who else is in that?
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum's in it, and
El Presidente, he was
Data.
man.
Oh, Spiner?
Yes. Is it Eric Spiner? Something like that?
Something Spiner?
Yeah. He's
Oh
in
yeah,
it.
with long hair too.
Yes.
That was weird.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty trippy.
I want to see him in more things. He doesn't pop up in much.
You're right. He doesn't.
But he's great. He's so recognizable.
And you know what? I got to bring him up too, since that we're on talk. And I got a chance to see him. I didn't get a chance to talk to him, but we did get to see him. Sean Astin.
Ah.
You know, Goonies, one of your favorite movies.
I love Goonies.
That's
He's in
someone
that.
that stuck around.
Rudy.
Just in case you didn't
Lord
know,
of the Rings.
the Goonies decal is what I'm currently running on my Rocket League car. Just letting you know,
Nice.
just in case you were interested.
Oh, so I thought you were going to say that's what you're going to put on your tricycle.
So can we just take a moment, since I know Keisha's listening, to say thank you.
Cousin Eddie.
Thank you for taking me to
Forgot Cousin
Ride
Eddie?
Now,
Who's
Las
Cousin Eddie?
Vegas. Cousin Eddie from Vegas Vacation, from National Lampoons.
Oh, yeah. I
Cousin
don't know
Eddie.
his name. Yeah, I don't know his name either.
He's just that's an awkward
So
filler.
what were we going to talk about, your tricycle?
Well, I mean, since you keep talking about it, I figured now's a good opportunity to let everybody know that I have a Can-Am Riker now.
Does it tilt like a motorcycle? Because I just feel like
It does not tilt.
That
It's like
scares
it's
me.
like riding a four-wheeler. But
remember when 4 wheels had 3 wheels and all those people died, so they started making it with 4 wheels instead?
yeah, that's
so
a three-wheeler
basically,
though. I mean, like
They had the
that's-
2 wheels in the back and the 1 in the front. They
Does this- do you
which
have two
would
in the
make it
front?
turn.
Yeah, they discovered if you put
okay.
2 in the front and 1 in the back, it works way better.
For sure. I'm very familiar with those discoveries. So you've got the 2 in the front.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, it's wonderful.
He was in ID4.
So is it kind of like a Polaris slingshot?
Kind of.
Ish,
It looks
ish.
like that, only without a steering wheel. It said it's
Got
the
handlebars.
cheaper version. Yeah.
Okay.
You're
I
a
feel
dick.
so much better for you that you got a tricycle.
It's the
facing
Po
the
Man
right way.
slingshot is what it is.
Hey, CC Storm, thank you, buddy.
Okay, so let's go ahead and just pay some sponsors real quick. They're the ones that help keep our lights on here in Kicker Studio. And if right now, I know we are not on radiovegas.rocks, but download the app if you haven't done it. You have a chance to win some Aerosmith tickets. I'm sure we'll bring that up in one of our commercials.
There's
Also-
a really cool countdown going on the station right now. Of
Exactly,
Our
top
top
500.
500, but it's ours instead of Rolling Stones top
Yeah.
500. So check out that list on the website too, and give us your comments
It's
on
not
Radio
Bologna's.
Vegas. Yeah, on Radio Vegas's Facebook page, holler at us what you think we got right or wrong on this list.
Yeah. Hit it.
Another night of drinking, and I'm feeling so low. Another night of drinking, I got no get up and go. Maybe I drank too much whiskey, beer, and such. Need a little shot of Hangover Joe's. Now you see me moving and my feet ain't dragging the floor. Feeling pretty good and my head ain't pounding no more. Happens all the time, and the only thing saving my life is a little red and yellow shot called Hangover Joe's. Hey folks, this is Ken from the Altogether's. We tend to drink a lot at our shows. Actually, we drink a lot everywhere. Hell, I'm drunk right now. Sometimes I get tanked just so I can drink Hangover Joes. Now, while you should drink responsibly, things do tend to get out of hand from time to time, and that's why you should get Hangover Joes right now while you're sober. Now, if you excuse me, I got a song to finish, so I can go get drunk. Happens all the time, and the only thing saving my life is a little red and yellow shot called Hangover Joe's. A little red and yellow shot called Hangover Joe's.
Cold Cock American Herbal Whiskey. Enjoy responsibly.
All right, Dicks. I told you to register for the free Aerosmith tickets by clicking on the link for the Radio Vegas Rocks app and then simply register your name and phone number under the VIP tab. To punish you, Dicks, I'm going to play Janie's Got a Gun on my hand flute while I explain again how great this contest through Radio Vegas Rocks truly is. This is free airfare, free hotel accommodations, and 2 VIP tickets on the actual stage. You're on the stage watching Aerosmith play. If one of you dicks win these tickets and you have no one to go with, I'll go with you. I would love to see fucking Aerosmith on stage, Turtle, even if you win. As long as you promise you don't roofie my drink, you don't have sex with my dead corpse. Hopefully he doesn't make my skin into some sort of apparatus he wears around his face. I'll even stay with you. All you have to do is download the Radio Vegas Rocks app and register under the VIP tab of the app to win.
Download the Radio Vegas Rocks app right now.
Welcome back to Two Clueless Dudes. You're with Mad Mike and the Hank. Thank you for tuning in.
Make it a bang. Oh, yeah. Hey. Mr. Gilster showing up. What up, dog? Yeah, we were on a little break. But we back. Hopefully you're still with us. We're just coming back in, and I wanted to bring up something I thought was very interesting. So London has a face recognition. Their police have a face recognition software, right?
Yes.
It is wrong 81% of the time.
What?
Yes. They just released, like, oh, my bad. So how can you be an effective law enforcement when your own software is wrong 81% of the time?
This is marketing. This is wow.
Right?
At the same time they released that statistic, they also released that they now have a laser device that can identify you from 200 meters away by your heartbeat.
No.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
so there's
nuts.
now heartbeat recognition through an invisible laser.
It's the same as a fingerprint.
Well,
heartbeat?
your heartbeat is as unique as your fingerprint, yes. It turns out. The specific wiggles that it does as it vibrates you.
Interesting.
Yeah, so...
You know what? My heart doesn't wiggle, bro. I'm one of those offended ones.
Yeah, you're wigglier than you think. So it detects the micro wiggles, as they call it.
The micro wiggles.
That's why I think this is like marketing. Like, oh, those
Yeah.
British people, their facial recognition is garbage. We've got the laser over here.
Laser beams.
Yeah.
Laser.
We've got...
You know what? If they wanted facial recognition, they should have come to yours truly, because Vegas has multiple different programs for facial recognition. Not to mention the U.S. federal government has multiple different facial recognition programs.
Yeah, so since we're talking about the U.S. government, as everyone knows, minimum wage is being raised. Well, Burger King employees want $15 an hour just for dealing with the worst of America every day, okay? This was in Toledo, Ohio. Appalled by the level of deluded selfishness of millennials in the labor force, citizens expressed shock and disbelief Wednesday at the news that Burger King employee Kayla Weather expects to be paid $15 an hour for the simple task of dealing with the absolute worst of America every day. This kid thinks she deserves that kind of reward just for doing her stupid easy job? Give me a break, said a regular Burger King customer who spoke on the condition of anonymity and watched with a barely concealed disdain as the privileged and entitled freeloader worked a 10-hour shift, which included mopping excretia-coated bathrooms, suffering prolonged verbal abuse at the counter, wiping tables strewn with wadded-up dirty napkins and ketchup spills, breathing a mist of aerosolized fryer grease and stale sweat for prolonged periods while stationed at the grill, calling an ambulance for an unconscious homeless man in the parking lot, taking the overstuffed bags of dripping trash to the dumpster 3 times an hour, and pausing on overturned pickle bucket in the supply closet for a 5-minute break. She thinks she's entitled to higher minimum wage just because she spends a couple hours a day cleaning kitty vomit off the play slide? Please. I don't know what she actually makes, but I guarantee you it's already too much. Upon learning that Werther was entitled to a 25% discounted meal at the conclusion of every shift of 6 hours or more, onlookers rolled their eyes and observed that they were not given free food at the marketing director's jobs. which is true. All their marketing director jobs they didn't get on the free.
If they would just hire more, I feel like fast food places massively understaff.
They do.
So,
They do.
Agreed.
Yeah. So all these employees are doing 2 or 3 jobs badly instead of doing one right, and giving them higher wages might not be as good as the company is just hiring the right amount of people. But we can't fix that. So maybe they're earning it by ignoring me at the drive-thru to handle another customer at the same time.
And you know they did. They just released the results. They tested the McDonald's. You know, when you walk in and you have your own screen.
Oh, you mean all the fecal matter?
Yeah, 100% came back positive for fecal matter.
Ooh, so wash your hands after you use the touch
Can
screen.
you believe?
Isn't that-
100% came back.
I'm not gonna lie, those statistics are shitty.
Why on earth would you? Are you touching
I would
poop and then
never.
you're like, oh, I'm hungry?
Well,
I
like,
feel
what are you doing?
something-
Like fingering your old lady's butt and then you're hitting the Big Mac thing? Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
How does it? How do you get to that point?
This test has to be oversensitive because there's going to be a certain amount of fecal matter just in our farts floating around us
No.
right now.
So you are, let me are.
I'm saying
Are you
everything,
telling
100%
me
of objects has a
that
little
your
bit of fecal matter.
toothbrush is not safe on the counter of your bathroom?
I promise it has some
Everybody
fecal
gets a
particles if I
little
looked hard
poopy.
enough.
Did you know that MythBusters tested this?
Uh-huh.
And your toothbrush is fine.
Yeah,
Really?
there's got to be a particle or two of poop, but with intolerances.
I don't think
Because
methane.
like you breathe in poop particles when people fart around you. And
but
it's
that's
detectable.
methane gas.
No, there's suspended
there's-
solids. There's aerosol.
Ronnie says money is just as dirty, and he's right.
Yeah,
just like
that's
there's
true.
air
That's true.
particles.
Especially if you're getting it from a stripper.
Money is filthy.
Why would you get money from a stripper? You would be giving money
Hey,
to a
they
stripper.
gotta pay for their drugs just like everybody else.
Oh my god! Hey, I just want to say, Waz, your shirt's bomb.
Thanks.
Yeah, he's got a greasy
For those that
conversation
don't
shirt.
know, Greasy Conversation comes on before Two Clueless Dudes,
Right before us.
and I had no idea that you had a shirt game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got shirt game.
Greasyconversation.com/shop/merch. I think both those URLs work.
So that means we need to step up our shirt game because we just have one shirt that has a
A
banana,
on it, and that I found.
and I feel
at
like
a store.
I feel like
We
Waz
still, we
is
need to
way.
we still need to get together and make our logo. We haven't even done that.
I feel like I need to find a new distributor too. I'm not gonna throw my distributor under the bus, but
But your distributor sucks.
I feel like it because I'm not. I'm the. It's. I feel like people aren't trusting where the shirts are coming from enough, so I feel like I need to team up with a different brand for the manufacturing. Because it's a
Go-Go.
soft,
So-
very good shirt,
Go-Go
but I feel like
Gadget
it's not getting
t-shirts.
portrayed enough. This is a great shirt, but I feel like people aren't trusting it enough.
So
from my
basically,
vendor.
if Two Clueless Dudes and Greasy Conversation met up for like a convention, maybe we could go somewhere.
Glenn,
Lord knows
What
I know
up,
how to lay up
buddy?
the I know how to lay up the artwork for you. So holla.
My man.
Glenn, I'm gonna be hitting you up soon to rack your brain.
No
I'm
setup
working on a
fees.
screenplay. love
Yeah.
it.
Hey, that's really fun to talk about. Can we just touch that? That Two Clueless Dudes is going to come up with a little screenplay that
Yeah.
we're going to keep up on. It's going to be Twitch.
IGTV.
Or IGTV, that's right.
Instagram
IGTV.
TV. We're going to do 10-minute episodes.
So you can expect that coming up.
Yes.
I don't know when we're going to fire that off. We have some things in the works. We definitely want to work on our professionalism just a little bit. We're going to try to get our logo and some other stuff out to you guys. But know that is coming. Just to let you know, Mike, I just got hit up by a local celebrity. CC Storm is a local player in a band. Knows how to sing. He's a front runner. So I think if we can get everything squared away, maybe we could get him on the show.
Who?
CC Storm.
Yeah. In fact, speaking of incredible musicians, Troy Patrick Farrell, he has a show for Radio Vegas Rocks, and I would love. He actually just hit me up. I would love to get him on a show because he's got some amazing stories.
Oh, that's cool.
And we could kind of show him how we do our thing, so he could kind of learn and kind of grow from it. We'd be happy to show you, Troy. They'd be super legit. Come on
Yeah.
our show in exchange, and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah,
We'll make something
we got
happen.
a couple good people that we could get on our show. CC Storm, if you're still listening to us,
CC.
love to have you on the show.
Love to.
But know that you're going to have to sing your ass off, son.
That's right.
So what else is going on?
Well, you know what? I think it's time to talk about some history.
You want some history's mysteries?
I think it's time for some history's mysteries, yo.
Okay.
I think we hit that time. And a lot's happened. This is 4th of July,
Yeah, this is the 4th of July.
which I can tell you about 4th of July.
Well, tell me about the 4th of July.
I'm going to tell you about 4th of July. Did you know, in fact,
Well, if it was on the 4th of July, I did.
did you know, oh, no, that's not right. Okay, did you know it was on, the day was 18, it was on this day,
On this day.
actually this would have been on the 4th, actually, so not this
So-
day, but yesterday.
Okay.
In
This yesterday.
In the year of 1827,
Oh, that's a long time ago.
America signed the Constitution of Independence. They then sold Canada to the French, and they invented cinnamon rolls and opened the very first Taco Bell in West Virginia.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's knowledge.
Great day to be an American. Yes. Incredible.
On that day, a different year on the Taco Bell.
Yeah. No. All within the same week.
It was all in 1827. It all happened on the exact same day. It was an incredible day. A lot happened, a lot going on then.
One small step for man.
Yeah.
One
One big step for
huge step for mankind.
tacos.
You're listening to Two Clueless Dudes. History's mysteries. Like that $20 you say I owe you.
So in 1938,
Yeah.
Superman first appeared in DC Comics Action Comic Series issue number 1.
You know how much that's worth?
Oh shit.
Gajillions of dollars.
I would how
I can tell
what
you.
would you think?
I can,
Oh, you're gonna
Let's-
look it up?
I'll
Okay,
let's
I'm
just guess
gonna
without going
go
over.
to the next
Let's all guess on this price of this thing.
without going over.
Okay.
So this
Like
is
this
gonna be
without going
like the
over.
Price is Right.
Correct.
And if
Hold on now.
if I win, I get an additional $100.
Do you
didn't
want
see
like
the price, did you?
No. Do you want like the highest grade? Because here's the thing: it's going to be
Well,
a
yeah,
graded
'cause there's
comic,
all kinds of-
and the comic grade goes from 0.5 all the way up to 10.
Highest grade, maximum price. You know, one. can s-
9.8.
I don't think there's a 10.
I'm gonna say
I'm gonna say
$350,000.
16,000.
Okay.
Oh,
350,000 is
I
yours?
think you're
Yeah.
way off.
Mine's 16,000. What's yours?
I'd say an easy 150.
150,000.
150 bucks.
So if you guys are
Yeah,
both,
yeah. And if you find it, I want to know.
but if you guys are both over, I get it.
Yeah, if you can find it for that, you let me know.
But this is highest, so if it goes over 16,
All right. While he's looking, I'm gonna hit the next one. 1908.
Oh, here you go.
Oh,
A pristine copy of Action Comics #1, the first appearance of Superman in 1938. Actually, one just sold for $3.2 million.
Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
oh man,
And just so you know, the Detective Comics #1 for Batman #1, sold for $1 million.
so that's like 200 Nissan Versas.
Yeah,
Do you
same
know
cost.
that
exactly.
if you had that comic and your mom threw them away because you never did anything with that shit and you always left them out and didn't
Eric
clean up?
says he was there in 1827
Shit, I know he was.
to confirm everything that I had said. was true.
Oh, hell.
Had some good Taco
1908, a giant fireball, most likely caused by the airburst of a large meteoroid or comet, flattened 80 million trees near the stony Tunguska River in Russia.
Yeah,
And the
that's
largest
right.
impact event in recorded history.
And what year was that?
1908.
That's right.
Thank goodness
Man.
someone was hanging out over there.
Yeah,
There
right.
we go.
Good thing it hit Siberia.
You know, it's funny because it seems like Russia always gets that
The,
kind
like,
of
the
thing.
worst stuff happens there.
Like I went,
got a lot of
we have a
space.
really
what
cool
it is.
rock and stone place here in town, right off the boulevard.
Knack.
And I bought I bought a piece of meteoroid that came out of Russia.
That's cool.
No way, like an actual piece, not like
Yeah,
simulated.
no, yeah. And if you get the raw version, it's significantly more.
You can use it.
I
But it cost
imagine.
me like for just a little piece of meteoroid, it was like 50, 60
It's
bucks.
magnetically
That's a good
attracted
deal.
to moose and squirrel. It's true. Yeah.
Finds moose and squirrel.
I'm attracted to moose and squirrel too.
With
All
moose
right.
and squirrel.
1955, the Johnny Carson show debuted on CBS TV.
Johnny Carson. When? 1999?
Did he just say that?
When did you say?
No, that's when he had his MTV show.
He just likes to ruffle feathers sometimes.
What year?
1955.
Oh,
The
55.
Johnny Carson show debuted.
That 90s Carson, though, that's the one is
Yeah,
the best.
that
It
99
was good.
Carson, he was pretty bomb.
Dude, I used to watch Johnny Carson back in the day.
Well, then, did you know that Ed McMahon was Johnny Carson's
Sidekick.
announcer and sidekick?
Yeah, Ed McMahon
Supposedly that was the first talk show sidekick, like the invention of that.
was Ed McMahon. That's right. And didn't he go on to do Publishers Clearinghouse?
He did and got in a lot of trouble, I think, didn't he?
I don't know. He probably did.
I think he did.
Diddling old women.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Give me that pudding. 1937.
Oh,
London.
Eric says that a meteorite can be used as an aphrodisiac.
So put it in your pie.
Yeah.
Rub it on the man in the boat. That's
Yeah.
what I'm
Right.
saying.
That's
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Put the lotion on its skin. 1937, London launched the world's first emergency call telephone services using the numbers 999.
Yeah, they don't do 911. They do 999.
That's true.
999.
It's
But
less
that was in
work.
1937.
Wow.
You know, it wasn't until like 1990
Can you imagine if you
something
got-
until we got 911.
Can you imagine if you're getting robbed and you're like, call 911? They're gonna be like, well, why?
Who the hell is that? That's
Why would they do
why
that?
would you want to contact AT&T?
Yeah.
No, they'd know exactly
Oh,
what we were
man.
talking about since like all of the world's media tends
Stupid
to make its way
Americans.
through America
It's-
first.
it's true.
It's like
That's true.
everyone watches American media because we're like the champions of selling it.
I just watched this
Champions of selling
lady
ignorance.
who was some type of party leader go off on the rest of the European Union about leaving the Brexit. They're trying to leave the European Union. Dude, this lady just went off on this guy. It was pretty G. Like she needed some shades. Deal with it.
Nice. Heavy hitter
Mm-hmm.
and ear biter. Mike Tyson turns 53 this week.
Dang, really? He's only 53.
53. Right?
Wow.
Doesn't he? Wouldn't you think he's like 60 something?
Yeah, I thought he'd be older than that.
You know he lives here.
You know what it is? It's the ears. Keep you young.
Yeah.
Them young
The more you
That
the
Evander
more,
Holyfield blood.
The more you bite and the more you chew, the younger you get.
The younger you get.
Did you know he lives in Vegas?
He does, yes.
Do you know that what he does now?
I know that he's really big into pigeon racing.
Doesn't he have a weed
It's
thing
true.
going on?
Yeah, he's full of shit.
No.
And yes, sir.
Yeah.
He absolutely does. When we had a pigeon problem, we used to have to get our pigeons trapped. And I asked the guy, I
He's
was
a
like,
pigeon specialist for sure.
I asked the guy,
actually is.
he is. I asked him, where do these go? He says, honestly, Mike Tyson buys almost the majority of the pigeons we catch.
Yeah.
Trying to find racing pigeons. It's like a big deal for him. He really loves pigeons.
It's probably his biggest hobby.
Yeah.
For decades.
Well, when he gets pissed
Yeah.
off, he just bites their head off.
A little snack. It's
Literally.
Like do you guys remember Mondos or Squeeze-Its when we were kids?
Love Squeeze-Its and
Yeah.
Mondos.
Squeeze-Its are
Mondos was the
fantastic.
poor man's Squeeze-It.
But you can't find those anymore.
No.
But you can find plenty of pigeons.
And the gushers.
Oh.
That's
They're
kind of
built
jacked
similarly.
off. That's messed
You
up.
liked it.
That's kind of messed up. All right. 1941, the Belova Watch Company paid $9 for the first ever network TV commercial. $9.
Really? Belova. They're still around today. They actually make a semi-decent watch. They're not like Rolex level, but they're more like Citizen or
Well, nothing's as good as my
Movado
iWatch.
level. Not quite Movado level, just below Movado. Belova is.
Where would you put them against my iWatch?
Similarly priced, and then a little more.
Weak. 1908, SOS distress signal became the worldwide standard for help.
In 1908?
1908.
Really?
They even used it on board
They
ships.
couldn't have started that in 1907? Like,
I don't know. They probably, you know.
They just type out the whole thing, save our ship. It was
Yeah,
tedious.
it was
It's
just
so-
it was
it's
just
forever.
so it took so long, and they weren't close enough
when
to hear
was
the
World
metal.
War One? Does anybody know?
When was who?
World War One. When
That
did
was
that start?
1998.
World War One.
Yeah.
World War
I think it
One
was like
wasn't that like
1919?
1936? I think 1937, something like that.
No,
That
that's
was two.
That's
yeah.
two.
No, that we
They were
entered
close
World
to
War
each
II
other.
in 1940.
It was the tail end of the 30s, early 40s.
It started 1914. 1914 was when it began, when Austria declared war on Serbia. That was what started it all off, with the assassination of Franz Ferdinand.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, anyways, continue. I was just curious
That was
because
a
they said
non-mystery.
1908, so
Do
it
you-
was a few years before that. Okay.
Do you know what the SOS pattern is? Well, you missed the one.
Did I?
Must have do.
Yeah, you missed the middle. Doot
What, did I?
doot 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 doot.
Oh, it's three pauses.
It's
or
three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3
Oh,
long
I didn't know
ones.
that. Oh,
3
okay.
dots, 3 dashes. 3
Well, I wonder
dots.
what I just spelled. Probably something like SLS. Or like we don't want to go to the
Yeah.
casino.
Yeah. However, you know they're rebranding, right?
SLS. is?
SLS because it was the Sahara.
Sahara. Yeah, forever.
And then it went under new ownership. And now it's gone under new ownership yet again.
Ooh.
And they don't want it to be the SLS. Do you know what it's going to be?
The POS.
The Sahara.
Oh, they're taking
No,
it back to
it's
the
going
Sahara.
back to the Sahara?
That's
Sure
cool.
shit is.
Oh, that's so smart.
Isn't that cool?
That's the best
Yeah.
thing
That
they
take-
could have done.
that's-
Because there's
That's the
actually
most
provenance
intelligent
to that
thing.
name, yeah.
Yes.
Let's pick
And
a
they're-
name that's actually legendary.
and if
A
they're
major
smart-
street in Las Vegas? I mean, come on.
I mean, yeah, let's name the building like in concurrence with the street that's been named
Yeah.
after it.
For how long?
Yeah.
Come
And
on.
if they were to
Everybody
go
knows where
in-
Sahara is.
Stop doing the whole modern theme. Go total retro.
Right?
Go straight
I would
50s.
completely.
Dude, I'd be there all the time. I would
nice.
actually go. I would like to go and enjoy that.
I
Like
would
the
not
Stardust
ever
before they
go.
locked it
I
down.
would never ride my new tricycle, as you call it, down to the strip.
Oh no, never that.
Ever.
But I would at least go down to see it, and I think that'd be cool to see something like that. If it
Dude,
was
you-
all retro 50 theme.
That'd be amazing.
That'd
You
be
have to
pretty
ride
cool.
your tricycle on the strip. It's topless.
Negative.
That's true, huh?
Yeah.
Topless is a big
Do you
deal.
know how
People
many
yell at
people
you and
die
stuff?
on the strip every year? I'm not in.
Four?
Really? In a
You're full
car?
of shit.
Is
Because you
it 4?
can't go more than 25, 30 on the
But I
strip.
can tell
No,
you.
that's the problem because nobody watches, nobody looks.
Okay, you were security at the Cosmo. Cosmo's pretty new, and they're set up differently. But I don't know if you ever had any suicides.
Yeah, we have.
But
Or they have.
We had quite a few at the Monte Carlo, and there's a ton. Like if you wanted to kill yourself, the place to go was the Luxor.
Oh yeah, because you would go
from
to the top
inside?
floor and then
Yeah,
you would
and there's-
jump and then you would end up on the baccarat table.
And it happened a lot, but they don't talk about it because they pay.
Because
the
then that
news
would hurt
to-
the Luxor and whatnot. Actually, what a lot of people don't know is what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas because they pay a lot of money for it to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought what really took
It's
down
true.
the Luxor,
That is true.
at least culturally, was when they just put big, cheap white background tarp banners on the side of this glorious pyramid.
Oh, yeah.
Like giant Bud Light, $2.99 or whatever banners. Now, at least the marketing that they put on the side of the pyramid has like a transparent background.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah, for sure.
But their idea of like, oh, it's hip to not have a theme now. When you have like the coolest theme casino that all the buildings are shaped for,
Well-
they just could not ditch their theme, and going against it would just made their marketing step on its own dick, so to speak.
That and it has been sinking, and the Mandalay Bay.
I was
once
going
they
to say
started
the
building
Mandalay
it,
Bay is sinking more than
Really?
anybody.
yeah,
Oh yeah, it's on
when
it's on stilts.
Once they started
didn't
building
know.
it, it was already sinking. So you can go in the employee dining room and you could hear the pillars activate. It's crazy.
Wow.
But there's like every 100 feet, they've got one of these massive concrete pillars that are on these lifts. It's intense.
didn't know.
Even
That's
at the
amazing.
Cosmopolitan,
Yeah.
because the casino is on the street level, and then you have 5 levels under the casino for your parking. If you go to the 5th level, the very bottom level, you can actually see water coming in from the bedrock.
Oh, I know there's the pump houses, like or fenced-in pump areas for that reason.
Yeah.
But I didn't know you could actually see the water come in.
Oh, there's water comes in, yeah.
Oh,
And
man.
there's a draining system and all that stuff for
I
it.
saw the
But yeah,
pumps when they built
a lot of people don't know that.
That's a brand new casino for people that don't know when that
Yeah,
came in.
Cosmos, a brand spanking new.
City Center was just built around 2008.
Yeah.
And it has
and
one of the
opened in
records.
10, yeah.
It's record setting for amount of workers dying in modern era.
Yes. Yeah, trying to build the Aria and all those.
massive OSHA
Vidara.
violations.
Yeah, massive. The one guy got caught in like that slow rotating pillar, and it like ripped him in half.
Gross.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that perished, but they were
The
hauled
more
off.
you know. Reading Rainbow.
Yeah, so the stats are all messed up compared to people that actually worked there, what they'll tell you, because they had a policy to get the person away from the site as soon as possible so that they would actually die off site if they were in the process of dying. The Veer towers are only half the height they're intended to be.
Really?
Those are so amazing. They're gorgeous.
They're gorgeous, but the concrete contractor was misleading as far as the type of concrete and what it could support. So when they're almost to the halfway point, it was inspected and determined that it was only going to it would collapse if they finished building it. So they just cut it off half height.
Interesting. I didn't know
No
that. I didn't
dice.
know
Well,
that.
and
Yeah,
then-
Veer was supposed to rise above all of it.
Then
Those
the
are those ones
building-
that tilt weird.
Yeah,
the
that's
building
right.
right beside it that just got dubbed Harmon Tower.
Yes.
It
Will that
was
be demolished?
built incorrectly with the inappropriate and the wrong size rebar.
Oh gosh.
So they ended up scrapping the whole tower.
That took
and then
years for them to do it,
eventually
too.
they tore it down. But that was a multi-million-dollar building that went nowhere.
Nowhere.
Yeah, City Center is the most expensive single coordinated production
To date,
deal,
right?
Which is crazy to me because I would think one of those city-sized yachts that some oil moguls have would
be-
be a
Well, they're
bigger
probably
construction
Mongols
project.
as well.
Those
could
oil
very well
moguls.
be.
They're one percenters.
All right. So what else you got?
All right. So happy 34th birthday to the most decorated Olympian of all time.
Oh,
Winning
thanks, man.
23 golds, 3 silvers, and 2 bronze medals while competing in only 5 Olympic Games.
MP.
That's him. Happy birthday, Mr. Michael Phelps.
Yep. And I don't know if anybody ever watched the Olympics and actually watched him.
Well, he was amazing.
The dude's a legend.
And a marijuana advocate.
Yes, a huge marijuana advocate. Yes.
You know what? Just about everybody in celebrity
sports, yeah.
or sports is because it does so much.
They're discussing
It's-
allowing marijuana to be used as a pain reducer in football
Yes.
for the first time because right now you can't smoke pot in football. You get
You get
PED'd.
booted. Yeah.
So, but now they're saying, well, instead of getting them these Loratabs and hooked on opiates,
Yeah.
let's just let them smoke pot. And I'm for it. I think
Yeah.
that sounds like a great.
I would have said absolutely not, except that I've come across some knowledge that it is good for like even going to the gym and lifting weights. It's good for recovery.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not necessarily about getting stoned, but the contents within cannabis does have a lot of medical
There's some
uses.
terpenes that are really good for that.
Yeah, and make you feel good too. So, 1816, would you believe the French frigate La Méduse ran aground under incompetent leadership of aristocrat Viscount of Chamaris, we'll just go with that, forcing the evacuation of 400 passengers. Of that, 150 men and 1 woman were left on a poorly provisioned raft. 13 days later, only 15 survived, remained due to starvation, riots, madness, suicide, and cannibalism.
Who?
Thanks for paying attention. So we started with 151 persons on board a raft.
151.
13 days later, 15 survived
Damn.
due to starvation, riots, madness, suicide, and they ate each other's ass.
When was this?
1816.
It's 1816. Wow. So that's true. You always hear these stories about people going crazy on rafts and like killing each other.
You do 15 days. That'd be miserable, right?
15. Well, I guess with no food, that would really suck.
I mean,
I think the body can survive like 3 days without food.
much
5
longer.
days.
But
No, it's a week or 2 without food, but 3 days without water.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
3 days without water and a week or 2 without
yeah.
food. Yeah.
Me, we ate not too long ago, and I'm thinking about going into starvation now.
Right? Yeah.
1884, Dow Jones published its first stock index, the Dow Jones Transportation Average.
Yeah.
So Dow Jones has been around for like 2.5 minutes, huh? They've been around a little bit.
Yeah. Like for a minute.
Yeah, lots of them.
Lots.
Lots.
Snack.
Have any of our viewers seen that video? If you have, please share what you think of that. The little girl wanting snacks, and she goes up to the pantry, and all she does is snack, snack, and it's absolutely hilarious. If you haven't seen it, I highly, highly recommend that you go to YouTube and look it up.
Gonna have to do it.
1776.
I thought it was a Goonies reference.
Right?
No.
Snack.
Rocky Road. U.S. Congress proclaimed the Declaration of Independence and independence from Britain.
Yeah, in 1827. We talked about that already.
Well, I mean, one of us is right. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it.
He's sure.
1803, the Louisiana Purchase was announced to the American people by President Thomas Jefferson. Do you know who owned the area before the Americans?
I would assume the French.
Hey, ding, 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 ding. France sold the territory of Louisiana for only $15 million and acquired a total of 828,000 square miles
In
of Cajun swamp.
Yeah. But for 15 mil. That back then, they must have been like,
That was the gravy
we're
train.
robbing them. Yeah.
Stole it. And then 2017, North Korea tested its very first successful intercontinental ballistic missile into the Sea of Japan, believed to be able to hit the coast of U.S.
Oh, that's the North Korea? North
Yeah,
Korea,
the crazy little guy.
Yeah, they do those tests.
They do them all the time.
Just to be jerks to Japan.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's,
And everybody else.
Take this, Japan.
it's like a take us seriously, please.
You know, I can't understand why China still supports them. I don't get it. I don't.
Okay, so I actually have some
They
insight
don't
on
actively.
this.
It's mostly underground that they do.
But I have some insight onto this because I had a friend who was part of a Chinese political think tank. So their concern is that if North Korea collapses,
Yeah, if it gets too desperate.
then they will have millions upon millions of refugees, which they can't handle. And they don't want that. So they
For
would
sure.
rather support them.
Even if it means going against the UN just to keep some people fed.
Exactly, because they can barely, China right now, they're having their own struggle with their own population as
sure.
it is, and serious pollution problems in China. So the last thing they need is to try to feed a whole nother country.
Yeah.
So they're seriously concerned because that's where all the refugees are going to go. They're not going to go to South Korea. They can't.
No.
They're not going to go up to Russia. It's too cold. So, and Russia will just kill them. Thus, China is their ally.
Yeah, they have to
And
be.
they do a lot of the labor. North Korea does a lot of labor and makes a lot of parts and does a lot of food for.
There's these internships where young North Koreans can go to China to do work, basically, almost like an indentured servitude kind of thing,
Yeah, that's
like a work internship kind of thing.
I think they should refugee into Canada.
right.
Yeah.
Take that northern
They
part no one can live in.
they love refugees.
Love them.
They love them.
Love them.
Lord knows they've got the space. No one's outside over there.
1865, the U.S. Secret Service began operating under the Treasury Department.
Under the Treasury Department.
It does.
Isn't that a weird thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mo money, mo problems.
It's kind of crazy because as you are in the casino industry, specifically and especially the casinos, being security, you got to go deal with counterfeit money.
Really
So,
often?
Very frequently.
Wow, I'm stunned. I've never.
How do you usually detect it?
Most of the time, it's actually really poorly done.
So you just can tell.
Yeah,
Like,
it
why
doesn't
is it
feel
blurry?
right. I'll be honest. You wouldn't.
Why does Jackson have shades on?
And a J and his hat on backwards.
Yeah.
So I mean, it just you can feel it. Like if you wouldn't think about it, but if you took out a $10 bill or $1, it feels way different than if you printed out a piece of paper or whatever.
Yeah, it's definitely
So-
not paper. It's like flexible fabric. It's like a crispy
is.
fabric.
It
so
is actually
paper
fabric.
feels really different.
And it's really hard to mimic that specific color green as
So
well.
I don't know what did
the
you guys
green would be
do
off too,
if
huh?
you got a counterfeit?
Most of the time, they took off before security get there.
Have you ever had a really close
it's
one?
an attempt.
Have you ever
No,
had
we
one that
picked-
you only found with the pen or a light that you otherwise would have got you?
Not to say that they didn't get in trouble, that we didn't.
Would you ever find a counterfeit that was really close that you wouldn't have found if it wasn't like under a UV light or one of
Yes.
those markers?
Yes.
That happened to me when I worked
That's actually probably fairly common. You actually run it through the casino cage, and they have some sort of program at every cashier cage that I've ever seen. So don't try it in Vegas, folks.
When I worked
they have a machine that won't. It just simply won't allow it.
Gotcha.
It detects like
Some machine scans it.
It's like it's literally like it's a legit test on the money.
When I worked at Hobbytown USA, we got a fake $100 bill. So we called the Secret Service line, and we said, "Hey, we got this guy who's trying to pay with a fake $100 bill. He looks really sketchy, kind of nervous about the whole thing." He said, "Well, did he buy anything?" I said, "Well, no, not yet." So, "Well, you take it like you would normally take it, and then we'll look into it."
Yeah, and then you lose the money. That's what
Yeah,
happens.
that honestly, like,
But
they
that's
were
what
like-
I was going to say. They're
like,
part of
"I
the
don't-"
Treasury Department because the U.S. Secret Service is in charge of counterfeit.
Didn't know.
Yeah, and protecting the president.
Yeah, it's a weird combo of roles.
All right.
Yeah,
It shows how important money is to the presidency.
Yeah,
it's true. Money talks.
it always does. 1994, Amazon.com was founded in Bellevue, Washington by a Jeffrey Bezos.
Dang, 94.
1994.
That's old now,
What
right?
were you guys doing in 94?
Yeah.
I was still in high school. High
Well-
school? Hell no, I wasn't.
Yeah, I was in
Junior
middle
high?
school. Yeah,
Junior
for
high?
me.
Hey,
I
Ronnie,
was-
how old were we?
I just learned about Nirvana and Pearl Jam from my
Yeah,
older
no
friends.
doubt. No doubt.
I was a little
no
bit
doubt.
behind on grunge, but that's when I got turned on to it. It was like right after Kurt Cobain
Pearl-
died that
yeah.
I was like introduced to him.
Pearl Jam,
I
Jeremy,
think
is, or 10. That album is
we
amazing.
listened to.
Not as good as No Code.
You like No Code more?
Vitology is my favorite though.
Vitology,
Yeah,
really?
Middle era Pearl Jam is my
Okay,
favorite.
okay.
Vitology is the best album, indisputed.
All right. Okay. Okay.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I was listening 92 to like the 90, 95, 96. I was listening to the hardcore hip hop.
Oh, cool.
That was my jam.
Bro, for me, I was all about Bush, Orgy, Silverchair.
Give me one for Bush.
Boom.
What's your favorite Bush album?
16 Stone.
More than Razor
And
Blade
I
Suitcase?
no,
yes,
I'm the weird person. on
and
Razor Blade
I
Suitcase.
went to the Bush 16 Stone concert.
Razor
our
Blade
tour.
Suitcase is my favorite.
Yeah, I can see how objectively I feel like there's maybe a little more variety in 16 Stone, Killer Breakout album, but I
Yeah.
just have something against the first album being a favorite when it's really not, when they didn't, because I feel like the first album's the favorite when the band doesn't evolve, and I thought Razor Blade Suitcase evolved a lot, like emotionally.
Keisha says Earthquake. Are we having another Earthquake?
Oh no, I just rock back and forth in my chair.
But Ronnie says you guys were probably like 14 or 15.
14 or 15.
What were your
So we
hip-hop
were listening
albums?
to Nirvana. Oh,
'Cause we got
come
all
on!
in
Don't come
grunge.
at me, bro.
No, like
I-
favorite too.
Chronic and Doggy Style.
Cool.
I
Yeah,
did
I didn't
not
want
listen
to
to
exclude you with our rock upbringing.
Yeah, but don't get it twisted. I listened to a lot of Metallica. Getting there as well. It was
Oh.
it was either
My wife just said we had an Earthquake too.
I have good Chronic memories, but it was later on.
Is that why the microphone's moving? Because I'm not touching nothing.
Oh yeah.
Is
What
it-
do you know? I
is it
actually do think
moving
we're.
right now?
Yeah,
I
the
think we're
camera's
having
moving
a
too.
I think we're having a little earthquake here,
Okay,
folks.
we didn't touch this camera if this camera moved. Did you see the camera move?
Yeah.
Okay,
No, we're
now
good.
here's
It's
the
good.
test.
Everything looks good. I think the feed
Will
looks
the
good.
camera move if I go like this? Did that move the camera some?
I don't
No,
think so.
it's a concrete floor.
Come on, concrete's a little wiggly.
All right, Louis Reard. I love this one. I would give this man
We'll
a
have to review the
kiss
footage.
on the lips. Louis Reard designed a bikini swimsuit which debuted at the Paris Fashion Show back in 1946 of this week.
Named after the islands that nuclear tests were going on in America.
Yeah, isn't that
America's
cool?
nuclear tests made the Bikini Islands hip.
I thought
So
that was
it was
cool.
like a play on that. Yeah.
So thank you. I'm sure you're dead by now, but thank you, Louis Reard,
For making them
for
babies.
for letting them boobies come out.
That's right.
All right, we should pay some bills.
Free the boobies. Okay, you want to pay some bills?
We will pay some bills. We'll
some
be
bills.
right back as we quake. You can wait.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Fade from Faded and Elevated, and I am so excited to talk to you guys about Deluxe Cleaning Service. Yeah, that's right. Miss Blanca Lopez, she is the cat's meow, y'all. She comes to your house. She comes to your office. She comes wherever you need her to go, and she cleans that sucker up like it's never been cleaned before. Yeah, that's right. She will come absolutely anywhere. Wherever you need her, she's there to keep you clean in the deluxe way.
What is Jesse Ray's Barbecue? Well, it's a tiny, unassuming place with a modest menu of platters, sandwiches, and house-made sauces. Located at 5611 South Valley View, by the smell alone, you're going to know you're in the right place. Come try the award-winning slow-smoked ribs, chicken, pulled pork, hot links, and brisket. The sauce is also something to talk about, as you will want to eat it with every bite. Here's a tip. Their sauces are available for purchase. When people ask you, how do you like Jesse Ray's Barbecue? You'll say, like most people I know, I don't like it, I love it. Jesse Ray's Barbecue is 100% legit. Stop on by for a meal that will satisfy your barbecue-loving lips. Mention RadioVegas.rocks for 10% off your order. Jesse Ray's, located at 5611 South Valley View on the corner of Valley View and Russell. Come in, take a bite, find out why they're so award-winning. Hey Las Vegas, are you tired of the grind of the busy Las Vegas Strip and lifestyle? Do you feel like you need to get away to an island retreat without ever really leaving town? The Golden Tiki Bar. It's located at 3939 Spring Mountain Road. You can rumble in the sand of what it seems like a lost hideaway with hot Treasure Island girls, amazing drinks, tiki gods who will be smiling down upon you. The Golden Tiki offers a multitude of experiences. It's open 24 hours a day. It's located right in the heart of Chinatown. It's 3939 Spring Mountain Road. It's the Golden Tiki Bar.
All right, welcome
Ronnie
back.
says the girl that cleans the deluxe way. LOL.
That's right.
Probably one of our commercials. I see.
He likes the one where she makes the orgasm thing.
Oh, that's his.
Yeah,
That's
his jam. I would try to find it, but then everybody would hear it, and yeah. Actually, I think that's the Pinche's Tacos one, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, Ronnie, if we get a chance, I'll let you listen to the Pinche's Taco one little commercial before we go.
But we did find out there was in fact an earthquake in Las Vegas.
Ridgeport.
It came to Las Vegas, Crest Ridge, California, which is the same place as the last earthquake. Only this one was actually significantly larger. This was a 7.1 that
Versus
just hit.
a couple days ago, that was 6.4.
And my brother just called and says he thought it lasted for several minutes.
Yeah, well, it had to be because we were getting comments coming in, and then you guys noticed the mic swang a little bit.
That's true. Yeah, we didn't even notice right away.
Ange Kerfoot, my wife, just hit me up that Holler Out, we just released a new album. It's on Bandcamp.
What?
Our apartment's a two-story fourplex, and we're on the top floor. And she said it swayed like a boat.
Wow.
And it freaked her out enough to run outside.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, she grabbed the cat. But it didn't knock all the crap I have piled up in the office down. Because here's the thing. I came from California, and I'm like, if I'm going to have to put up with all this heat and shittier weather, then I'm going to pile stuff around because I don't have earthquakes knocking it down. So I have junk on the walls and shallow shelves and stuff.
So you're
so
from
it didn't
Cali?
knock any of that down. Yeah.
Why the hell did you come here?
It's
From
nearby,
California?
and there's paid more.
Yeah.
I worked at Geek Squad, and I got like a $2 raise just from coming over here.
Wow. Word up. Yeah, I would love. Matter of fact, we would love to live in California, but it's just not
It's
feasible.
fiscally improbable.
I absolutely loathe California.
Impractical.
Yeah.
I
Keisha
love
and
the weather. I love the geography, but it's impractical.
Yeah. We tried to go to California just about every summer, and then of course she's had brain surgery, so that's where she had her brain surgery. So we used to go to California quite the bit.
California love.
I love
Knows
it. I try
how
to go
to
every couple months for
potty.
something.
So here's an interesting article.
Okay, go.
A 19-year-old who tried to rob a fireworks stand ended up getting shot in the face with his own gun.
Oh.
This happened in Harris County, Texas, which is actually should be familiar to some of our listeners, actually. And this happened around 4 p.m. on Thursday afternoon. Police said the teen walked up to the stand, started demanding money. When an employee brought out the cash, the would-be robber put his gun on the counter so he could pick up the money. That's when another employee grabbed the gun and shot the guy in the face. No word on how he's actually doing at the moment. But
that's really funny. So this dumbass goes to rob not only an incompetent place, but like the most incompetent, where there's absolutely going to be no money. And as he goes to rob said place, he puts his gun down?
Yep. Oh my gosh. We were just talking about Bezos, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The guy that created Amazon. He just got a divorce. Do you want to know how much she got in the divorce?
Oh no.
Yeah.
She got one
you know what?
starship.
I met a certain fella that's a celebrity.
So how much would you assume?
I would say that he lost in the divorce $65 million.
Okay, who's got the
Wow,
highest
okay.
without going over it? You say 65 million?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say just 50 million.
Okay, 50 million. What if I told you both that your numbers are inconceivably low?
Oh no.
She got $38 billion. $38 billion. I'd
wait,
marry
wait.
this man for $38
How much
billion.
did Facebook pay for Instagram? I think it's less than that. That's like a multiple corporate buyout level of money.
That's
She could like
Yes, she did. She bought his ass out.
she could buy like the electric company for a medium-sized town.
Yeah.
bro. That is nuts.
insane.
And every single NBA team.
Yeah,
That's like-
$38 billion.
She could buy like the railroad industry.
Yeah. Like the whole thing.
She could
Yeah.
buy. She could buy the railroads.
See, that doesn't
she
even
could
make
buy
any sense.
Boardwalk. She could buy Park Place.
So what
Holy
is his?
crap.
Will you check and see what his estimated net worth is?
Let's see. Let's see what it says here.
Because I'm just curious. I'm just assuming that if this dude, what did he say? How many billion? 32 billion?
He is worth
1,000
They say
times my
Jeff Bezos is worth $158 billion.
Wow. So he didn't even feel it.
Yeah.
Do you get mad when you lose
No, he felt
32
it. That's
billion?
a third. That's a third of what he's worth then.
Yeah.
32 billion? Do you really feel it? If you have 158
Yeah,
billion?
no, you feel a third. Would you feel a third of your money on right
He
now?
could go to the city of Palmdale, California, which is approximately a population of approximately 157,000 people, give every single resident $1 million and still have $1 billion left.
That's nuts.
Yikes! Yeah.
That's nuts and chicken butts, bro.
Holla
And he just
Palmdale.
gave this woman
Hell,
$38
no, stop
billion
it.
dollars.
know he didn't-
No,
You
no.
know what?
Actually, you know
I
what?
got an
He's in the
ex-wife.
wrong too. Actually, he's the one that cheated on her.
It doesn't
with an
matter.
acquaintance, So
Listen, I've been divorced. I've gone through this. He didn't give that bitch nothing. She took it.
yeah, she took it.
Now, if he
But-
if he cheated, that's your own dumbass
Yeah.
fault. But he didn't give it.
Yeah, like all my Simpsons DVDs.
Dude, $38 billion?
Yeah.
Dang, dude.
I don't know.
You know
Maybe
what?
he does feel
What's
that.
funny is
I would probably have to murder her, though.
actually
Be like,
have.
I don't know what happened to her.
I actually have almost the exact same amount of money. I have all the zeros. I just don't have the 3.8 in the beginning.
Yeah.
But I've got all those zeros.
I had some zeros. Then I got a tricycle.
I have all of the zeros.
I have infinite zeros.
What was that? No, and then you bought a tricycle.
And then I have a
But
tricycle.
that tricycle, that's an investment.
It's cool as fuck, actually.
That's going to increase in value. Probably really fuel efficient, right?
Yeah.
yeah, he
so
gets like
far-
12 miles to the gallon.
You're
It's
so
pretty good.
silly. You're so silly.
Actually, he gets
You're-
35 miles to
you're
the
a
gallon.
silly
I looked
man.
it up.
You're a
you
silly
get
man.
35 miles to the gallon, which is not
No, for
As-
reals, only 35?
exactly.
Because I actually
Well,
beat that
I'm
in
not
my
gonna lie.
Honda.
I
That's what I was
actually
gonna say.
took it out of eco mode and put it in sport mode. So
Oh, is that why?
So you may even wind up getting a little bit less. But this
yeah,
is
probably
what the guy
34
thought-
and a half.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Yeah,
what
I
the
would
guy
assume
thought
34 and a
the-
half.
I have
the
a
average was.
5-seater automobile that gets better than that.
Yeah, my brother's
He
got a
doesn't have a
smart
sport
car.
mode.
My brother's got a smart car, and he gets like 40 miles to the gallon.
Oh yeah.
My-
Well, how smart is your brother?
My Fiat
Three
got
cylinders.
like 40 miles to the gallon.
So I feel like
But
you're pointing elbows at me.
my Alpha gets 26 miles to the gallon.
So basically, you cut it in half.
Yeah.
Not really, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So I wanted to throw that at you. I couldn't believe.
So I know we're not going to do.
Let's hit her up on investing in a space program. Like, hey, your boy had a space program. We want to have
Yeah.
a competing space program.
Come on now. That would be. Gee.
I want you to know that I'm super stoked to talk about Spider-Man next week.
Wait, isn't that amount of billions what NASA's planning on spending to go to the moon again?
NASA, no. SpaceX, yes.
Oh, SpaceX is
But
going to spend
in-
around $50 billion.
In
NASA's
conjunction.
broke. They don't have any money.
They're still planning on going to the moon. They just announced it.
Yeah.
Then they're planning
They're
on spending
doing
about $50 billion.
NASA plans to let SpaceX do everything.
No, they're
and
working
NASA will
on-
do the control station.
Wait, not NASA, but the Lockheed Martin co-op with the other company. I forgot who. How they've got the companies that made the previous, like the space shuttle and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
They're back to making a rocket, but it's going to not be reusable. So it's going to just be a total money
But
pit.
that's
and
what
that's where all this
SpaceX
money
is
going.
That's what
That's terrible.
SpaceX is about because
Everything's reusable.
is
Yeah.
reusable.
Well, SpaceX is going to kill it. It's going to be a tenth the price of NASA's Mars mission, but they just announced one.
But
And
I
it's
guess what I'm trying to
overpriced and
say is
stupid.
SpaceX and NASA are working very, very closely together.
They are,
to
but
do
not as
their
closely
missions.
as Lockheed or this new Lockheed that I forget the name of. The Space Launch System, the SLS,
Yeah.
is a competitor to SpaceX, and NASA's more in bed with it because it's people they've contracted before. And that's who they're leaning on for the moon stuff, even though they're still going to use SpaceX for satellite launches and stuff and transportation.
Have you ever seen SpaceX land?
It's so amazing. Not in person,
It's
but the
no.
videos are
I mean, shit,
breathtaking.
no. But
It's
I mean,
like,
like you can go to YouTube
Yeah.
and you can type in SpaceX, and you can watch the Falcon Heavy,
Yeah.
and it's gorgeous.
When those first stages landed, when you see it in real time,
We did not-
slowed down, it's incredible.
Ronnie Baker says no Baja Blast this evening. We did
No,
not
no,
have
no, no.
time. We had just enough time for him to get his,
Miller Lite.
well, whatever that is.
Don't make fun of my redneck drink.
It's
But
a Budweiser product.
next week,
No, it the fuck
I'm not
ain't.
loyal.
No, it ain't. You
Next
enjoy your
week
Bud
we'll-
Light over there.
next week we'll Baja it.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
show.
Yeah.
Maybe we can stay in the Taco Bell hotel.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I'm so excited about that place.
Me too.
That's
Taco Bell hotel.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I know it doesn't
It's
have
only
a whole
for-
lot of rooms, but
Yeah.
I mean, think about how cool it would be to talk about to all your friends and family that you stayed at the Taco Bell hotel.
We'll finally find out what the three seashells do.
Maybe. I was always wondering, like, I was waiting for like the dun, but it never came on Demolition Man. So, what's your assumption of the three seashells and how
Easy.
they work?
One
One for
sprays your-
scooping,
One sprays, one scoops, and one pats it down.
but do you think there's like baby powder in the third one?
No, talcum's like bad now. Remember, we're not supposed to use talcum powder
That's,
anymore.
oh right, yeah, you're not allowed to do that.
I mean,
So you know, there's buttons on
so
the
what do
fancy
you
people toilets.
use after you shave? Because I know if you don't shave your downstairs, you can't expect your downstairs to be maintained. So if you don't
I don't
maintain it
know.
downstairs,
If you don't grow a lot your downstairs, you don't have to shave a bunch.
I'm not gonna read the actual article.
I have short hedges.
oh okay.
But I just want to talk about the ludicrous of this really quick.
All right, we're gonna talk about Luda.
There's an Oregon bar that is being sued for serving too much alcohol to a man who then wounded his neighbor, killed his dog, and a camel.
Oh,
Them guys from Saudi Arabia, you gotta be
What?
careful. You gotta be careful. Them Saudis,
what?
This
they
is
take
in-
that shit
This
serious.
is in Oregon.
I was gonna say.
Well, I
thought this
mean,
was-
You ever seen an Oregon Saudi? I haven't.
Of course I have.
I've seen
Yeah, they're called-
camels in Oregon though. It's a weird place.
Oregon is a weird place. Oregon and Portland, they're strange.
Well,
Both of those
Portland,
separate places are
that's their
very strange.
motto.
Yeah.
Motto is the Portland motto. You can even look it up. Keep Portland weird.
Yeah, it's true.
That's their motto.
Portland, Oregon. It's
Isn't
weird.
that crazy? Have
Beautiful
you been?
gardens. Yeah, I love Portland.
I've
There's,
never been. I want to go so
Have
bad.
you seen the
see
show
the-
Portlandia?
Yes.
Love it.
Every episode, I love it so much. So the Rose Gardens and the Japanese Garden, I highly recommend. It's a city with a lot of gardens, with walls of trees where you forget the city's even nearby.
Okay.
People playing a hammer dulcimer in there. It's all peaceful.
I think what we should do, Mike, we should go to Portland to go watch Breaking Benjamin.
Then you take a train to Seattle.
Yeah.
We could just make a couple days of it. We could go enjoy Portland and watch Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah, let me sure. Let me see, figure out when it is, and I'll be out of town.
Yeah. That what?
Take a couple days, take a train to Seattle.
In Portland or out of town just because I just brought it up?
Right, yeah.
Have your producer shoot video.
Pick one.
See the Experience Museum.
Well,
Check
Waz,
out
would you go with
Hendrix's
us?
Experience Museum.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And you'd make sure that we take care of everything.
Yeah,
and,
I'll be your
you'd
fixer.
babysit. You'd babysit us.
Yeah,
Make for sure we didn't get too out of hand.
Totally. That's me on trips, though. I babysit everyone on trips. I'm always like the straight man, like driving.
And you're like, when is it
grabbing
my
people.
turn?
No, I'm fine with that because I get worried away from home, so I have to be that role anyway.
All right.
An Australian tennis player was fined $56,000
That's a lot of money.
for not trying hard enough at Wimbledon.
Maybe he was
Can
trying
you
to throw
believe
the
that?
game. Cause
Maybe.
if he was obviously throwing it, he could have money bet against himself.
And
So
hopefully it was more
now
than 56
you are
grand he
talking
won.
about the whole boxing thing.
yeah,
Am
it's
I?
true. Yeah, that was a big deal.
Boxers throw. Did you know the reason there's no longer pool tournaments?
From people throwing?
People throwing. They would bet on the worst motherfucker there, and then they would all throw it.
Oh,
And then they would get the money.
gnarly.
And then the asshole is like, "Oh, I'm such a good pool player." He wins the championship,
Wins it.
That's gross.
and everybody's happy.
Okay, how about this for a headline? Former mayor gets engaged to Mad Max makeup artist who accepted the proposal that was painted on his pet cow.
Oh. Do you guys think that's romantic?
You know what? Anytime you bring a cow into your relationship, that's fucking romance.
That is.
That's romance. That's when you know you got true love.
That's the animal my lady likes being compared to most.
A heifer,
I mean, who doesn't want to get tipped over?
right?
You know what I mean? Always consider yourself
That
the
milk,
same as
though.
a cow.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't do milk. Yeah, I don't do
milk.
milk. Yeah.
I'll do.
You don't want the Hank to do milk.
I don't want the Hank milk.
Hank milk. Gross.
I'm lactose intolerant.
But what if it's like your lady's lactose? Are you
She is
intolerant
as
of-
well.
Oh no!
Yeah,
but I
it
mean,
actually works out.
If she makes it, are you intolerant of it?
Oh, we
If
don't.
it's her
We've
own
never.
creation?
We've never had a baby, and I don't want to drink it anyway.
Oh,
It's
It's
gross.
awesome.
I did it with the first kid.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah.
Good times.
It was gross. Yeah, you know how you make that, but you can't because you don't want to be disrespectful.
Oh,
Yeah, it's one of
I
those
had an
deals.
Entirely different experience.
I mean, now I wouldn't care because we're divorced, and I should have just been upfront and honest. But
Having
yeah,
the milk of your divorcee, though.
tit juice is gross.
Oh,
Know that.
I'm gonna.
Have you-
totally
Babies
you
would beg to
disagree with you on
differ.
this, Yeah.
Babies wouldn't know the fucking
Honestly, though,
difference.
if you had Pedialyte,
No, they'll frown if you give them some garbage milk. They'll
Oh,
get off.
they
man.
will.
I don't know, man. I don't.
We did not actually feel the quake that much over
no,
here.
I didn't feel anything. I just saw the microphone boom moving.
Yeah, that was basically it, but we weren't like...
Did you guys see the camera wiggle? I didn't at all.
He-
but
he
that
did.
would
I
be
thought I
good.
looked over and I thought it was moving, but maybe not. It could have just
that-
been...
We could wiggle this table a little bit too, but if it was a steady
Yeah, but
motion-
nobody had their hands on the table.
That's the spooky part.
Yeah.
I had to look at him. I was like, "Why are you moving the fucking table, bro?
What about
Leave
this
the
thing?
mic alone."
We haven't even talked about it yet, and we're super stoked.
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things 3 came out,
Yes.
and we're
Stranger
yet to
Things.
watch one freaking episode.
That's going to change tomorrow. We got some things that we're gonna do. I'm gonna go to the
Can you
gym.
feel
We have some Warcraft
tonight,
or Warhammer stuff to take care of,
tonight.
and then maybe we can watch an episode or two of Stranger Things.
You're not even gonna join me. That's fine.
I mean, if you want to do some Snoop Dogg, I can do some Snoop Dogg.
Yeah,
with
we're
you.
playing some Warhammer 40K.
Warhammer 40K. We actually have
I'm
two
introducing him
different.
to that and how to paint.
That's hard. That's hard stuff.
Yeah, he's learning
These
what
these
painting is like.
figurines are super small. I finished one. Maybe next
You did
next
not
week.
finish.
I did.
Oh, that's right, the Space Marine. I
The
was
Space
talking
Marine.
about your little guy. Yeah.
My commissar, no, I will work on him tomorrow. But if I can get them both done, Waz, I'll bring him in and I'll show you and our viewers. But
Yes.
these figurines, these miniatures, Like, they are
Dang.
so damn
Deb's already
small.
watched 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Don't say nothing.
don't say
I'm
anything
sure
to
it's
me.
amazing. I've heard it's their best season yet.
Yeah. I actually wanted to post some stuff on our Instagram page, but Instagram was taking a poop the other day.
Yeah, and
So-
Instagram and Facebook both had critical, massive dump failures.
Fails.
Totally.
So-
Especially the pictures. The pictures weren't working.
Nothing.
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
actually see the alt tags on the pictures for what the recognition algorithm was detecting in your photos.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
They actually do that for visually disabled people too, because they can get read to them the alt tags from the images.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. But also, we are heavily promoting our Facebook page, Two Clueless Dudes. Go like our page if you haven't yet.
And tell your mom.
We are
Tell your mom to go like it too.
we are growing in followers so
How many do we
fast and
have?
so
How
rapid.
many viewers?
We are over
Or,
800 followers right now.
800 followers.
So, and it's growing and growing and growing, and I'm stunned at just the amount of growth and the amount of love that we're getting, and I appreciate all the fans. Where our videos are being seen a lot.
We're
Everything's
super
just kind of
enjoying
going
it.
up right now.
If we continue down this road, Mike will wash everybody's car.
If you bring it here, but
First,
yeah.
dibs.
Me first, producer first, damn it.
Dibs.
But we've also tripled our listenership on Radio Vegas Rocks, so we appreciate that too, which is really awesome. Yes. We're right there with Greasy Conversations now, which is really awesome. So check out that show. I'm sure you have a Facebook page, Greasy Conversation.
And I'm sure you're going to
Yeah,
invite us back
supposedly.
to your show, right?
Also,
For sure.
make sure that you follow us on Instagram so you can catch our IGTV series when it launches.
Also,
we're
Two
still
Clueless
probably, a little bit away from doing it. We're still going through some motions. I'm still figuring some things out, but it's going to be amazing. It's going to blow your minds. It's going to be so funny. Everybody's going to pee their pants. There's going to be pee everywhere, urine soaked, jeans all over the place.
At least it's not like Bunny or like.
There's going to be people in Rhode Island just soiled.
That's
Rhode Island's
terrible. Like
far
I
away.
almost feel sorry
is.
then. Like I feel like maybe we're not doing the right thing if people in Rhode Island are going to be soiled.
Did you know I'm a big deal in Kamchatka?
Shut up.
Yeah. In fact, did I ever tell you about, and this is incredible, this is one of my other ideas, and I don't even know if I told you this. I wanted to create my own, like, pay-per-view show, okay?
Oh.
And it was completely and entirely based on...
What would the rating be? PG-13?
well-
R?
Oh,
NC-17?
no, because, well, there's possible death.
Oh, so it'd be MA?
It's, yeah, oh, definitely.
Oh,
Because
okay.
what it
okay.
is it's boxing,
Oh,
but with lobsters.
I like it.
See, and this is the thing. You train the lobsters. You give them like little lobster gloves, right? And they go
Okay.
through like a training regimen, sit-ups, how to,
Okay.
the bag, right? And then you-
Not with Floyd Mayweather.
not, well, because he don't even know how
Yeah,
to hit.
he just runs. Okay,
So then
go.
you put him in the ring, right?
All right.
And then people bet on which lobster is going to go in there and win. And it actually caught on pretty big in Maine.
No kidding.
Yeah, I was really making some
So did
headways.
you get this idea from like cockfighting?
Well, you know what? I was like, you know what? If chickens can fight,
Why the fuck not
why
lobsters?
couldn't a crustacean?
That's true.
You know what I mean?
And then what happens after they die? Do you just put it in the water and
Well,
you eat it?
Yeah, it's simple. You can look.
So
at
you don't
got
even
food.
feel bad. You don't even waste the product.
Assuming that it even, I mean, it could continue. I mean, it could live. It could survive its injuries. It depends on how bad it gets KO'd, right?
Let me ask you this.
Or if it
Pick
was a
lobster that
TKO.
wants it. There's
If-
got to be a consent from the lobster.
Exactly. They got to sign off on it. Of course, they'll have agents. You know what I mean? That take care of that for them. Of course.
Oh, God, of course.
Yeah.
Like Tom Cruise,
Yeah.
like
I was gonna
Jerry Maguire.
Exactly. Or Don King.
Show me the money.
Who was it? Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah.
Who is in trouble with the law right now?
No, stop it.
He
is
is.
not.
Yes.
No, come
for
on.
grabbing a woman's breasticles.
Well, why is that a big
Well,
deal?
while
Trump
drunk.
said you can grab him by the kitty.
Yep. Well, he's in a lot of trouble. He got arrested.
Was Cuba? Was he?
That sucks. I didn't know that.
He did.
Wasn't he in a car chase with a white Ford Bronco?
No, that was
No,
OJ,
that was O.J. Simpson.
who has a Twitter account.
Oh, that's so awful. His Twitter account. Did you hear about him threatening someone already with it?
Did he really?
Yeah, there's another person with a mock OJ
Oh, that's right.
Twitter profile.
Why would
that-
you mock O.J.? Like, who wants to do
Well,
that?
OJ didn't even have a Twitter profile, and this profile
Yeah.
only had like 300 followers. It was not one of the main OJ parody ones. It's obviously a parody. So OJ like private messaged him and they got in this private message conversation, and OJ several times sent him knife emojis, and dude was like, "Oh, you're gonna do this to like kill me like you did Nicole?" And OJ said, "You're next."
Oh
No,
my
dude
God.
brought up Nicole, and OJ said, "You're next,"
Dang.
which is practically an admittance.
That's an admittance, yeah.
Well, if I did it,
Yeah.
Cuba did cry in a movie once. He did.
He played OJ too. That was my
he cried in
joke.
Pearl Harbor.
He did. He was in Pearl Harbor. Yes.
He was
Actually,
he was the boxer.
Cuba Gooding
turned-
Jr. has been in one of my favorite comedies. Him and Horatio Sands did a movie called Boat Trip.
Oh, really?
If you have not seen it, it's amazing. They basically Cuba Gooding Jr. Goes to propose to his girlfriend. His girlfriend basically says, "Ew, no, I'm seeing somebody else." So leaves him, and he's totally in like a rut. And his buddy Horatio Sands shows up and says, "Man, I got to get you out of this funk. Let's go do a cruise." So they go down to do a cruise, and it's Will Ferrell is who they're talking to.
Yes.
And
Believe
but
it's a Will Ferrell movie. I haven't seen.
there's this altercation trying to get this cruise, and so the travel agent decides to be a dick and books them on a cruise, and they don't realize that it is a gay cruise that they're getting on. Dude, it is so they wind up having to spend like this whole couple of weeks on a gay cruise. Dude, it's so funny.
My favorite.
I'm starting to think the hole in one room is not what I think it is.
My favorite Cuba Gooding Jr.
He cries in all his movies. He does, actually.
Men of Honor,
Oh, yeah.
where he plays as a Master Chief Diver.
Was he in... That's right, Men of Honor. That's the
Was
one.
there a movie where he has like a radio, something with a radio?
It's called Radio.
Was Cuba Gooding
Right?
Jr. in Radio?
It might have
No.
been. That was
There's
Billy
something
Bob
more
Thornton.
Radio. This isn't helpful at all.
No.
Sorry.
But he was though, right? Wasn't
In the movie Radio?
I got it right here? Hold on.
That was a spooky movie, by the way.
Yeah, he was on
Radio?
there. Yeah.
Yeah, Radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was there.
Okay, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Okay, do you remember this came out like I don't know, maybe like 6 years ago now. Robert Downey Jr. starred in a movie with Jamie Foxx where Jamie Foxx plays like this bum violin player.
Yeah.
I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a legitimate joke. I did not actually think they made this an actual movie. Cuz I'm watching the preview and I'm like, boy, this looks so cheesy. It's so I was like, there's no way this is a real movie. I'm waiting for like some type of punchline or something. It's a real movie. It's like a real honest to God movie.
Oh man, have you guys seen Sweet and Lowdown? That was
No,
another one that
never
was
heard
a
of it.
comedy that I didn't expect to be a comedy. It's the dude that played the person with the good at gambling and the Kmart sucks. Kmart sucks.
Damn.
Definitely sucks.
You just
talking
said
about
that,
Rain Man?
and you keep thinking
the
about
person that
that.
played Rain Man.
Robert De Niro?
No, Dennis Hoffman.
Dennis Hoffman. Yeah, Dennis.
So he plays an old jazz guitarist, and it's like he like wishes he was Django Reinhardt and lives in the shadow of Django Reinhardt, and it's just like his tortured life. But it's this comedy by is it Woody, the guy with the glasses?
Yeah.
with the super young
Woody,
the babysat wife, Woody Allen.
Woody Allen. Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
a
yeah.
Woody Allen comedy
Oh, he's actually kind of funny.
in a mockumentary,
Yeah,
so
we
to
were
speak.
talking
and
about-
it's really good deadpan comedy.
We were talking about stand-ups on the way to the station today.
We were.
He would be a funny one.
He'd be a good one to see. Oh my!
Tim
a comedy
Allen,
I can't
he's
believe
pretty
we
funny.
didn't talk about was "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou."
Oh, it's one of my favorite movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Up there
Beautiful.
with The Men Who Stare at Goats. I
Yes,
put them,
love
like,
The
near
Men Who
each
Stare at
other.
Goats. Loved
Yeah.
that movie.
Saving Private Ryan. We talked about that last
Yeah.
night.
Saving Private Ryan is hilarious.
Such a good movie.
Hilarious.
How is it hilarious?
We were talking about comedies,
That's
and you bring up
FUBAR.
yeah, FUBAR, yeah.
That's FUBAR.
Well, we're talking about comedies, and you're like, yeah, Saving Private Ryan.
Oh.
What are we talking about?
Well, too much extracurricular activity.
Oh, man, I was just
Too many candy canes.
rolling on the ground in the
That's-
theater. People were laughing with me.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
So does that mean Titanic? Is that a
Titanic
is that
was
a
legit
is that
funny,
a
though.
is that a comedy?
Dude,
I
that
mean,
movie
someone
made me
bounced off
so
a
angry.
propeller.
And you look this up. It took longer in the movie for the boat to sink than it did in real life. That is true. That is honest to God true.
I
I
want
have the same
was
problem with Inception.
I want you
Oh,
to
yeah.
know that this became such a debate that I actually had to look it up. I did. because he's like, Titanic, it's such a blah, blah, blah. It took longer for the movie than it did for the boat to sink.
Well, there's parts of the movie
I gotta
where the
be
boat's
honest.
not sinking.
There's... but that part wasn't any good.
Yeah, it wasn't.
All right, true.
But I got to be honest. Like, I looked it up, and it
How
was
was
similar. It actually was like, how long did it take? Less than an hour, right?
Yeah.
It was less than an hour for the
Nice.
Titanic to shrink.
To shrink, yeah.
It did shrink
It
significantly.
took him 3.5.
It shrunk in half, didn't it? At least once.
It took James Cameron 3.5 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. And the only good part was Kate Winslet getting undressed and
That's true.
No, Leo was sick too. You were rooting for him the whole
Leo
time.
DiCaprio.
I'm on
was-
top
he
of the
was- He's just such a
world.
good actor. It's
He
hard
is.
for me to Catch Me If You Can. I mean,
okay.
he does,
That
everything
was
he
a better
does.
movie than yeah. I was gonna say Catch Me If You Can was better.
I-
Wolf
My
of Wall
all-time
Street was
favorites.
better.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that,
Any movie that he did was better than Titanic. Titanic wasn't that great of a movie.
It was really historically significant though. In its time, it really
Yeah,
told
then
a
watch
story
the History
that-
Channel.
That's true. That's true.
It's not the same though. Like it's a really legendary event, and that movie did the event justice. I feel.
Unfortunately, we don't have the time to banter this.
Uh-oh.
I would love to.
Uh-huh.
I disagree.
I don't think it's a bad movie. Maybe too long.
Oh, it's way too long.
Way too
Do you
long.
remember
Way
back
too
in the
long.
day when they would actually
That movie
stop
could have
the
been
movies?
done literally in 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, you could have set sail. Iceberg dead ahead, and then the fucking boat goes down.
They
Like
would've
that's
made
all
the
that
same
should have
amount of
happened.
money.
Yeah, you
Oh,
wouldn't have had
interesting.
to. You wouldn't have had to worry.
ESPN is live from the Thomas and Mack talking about the
Oh.
Quake.
Very cool.
They had an NBA Summer League game there tonight.
Foul.
Summer
Yeah.
League. Yeah, it's like the only
There's-
cool thing because we don't have an NBA team.
They probably noticed
Summer
there's
League
too much
comes to
dribbling.
Vegas. Too much dribbling. That depends on who's playing. A lot of them players dribble a little bit.
They do.
Real talk though, they don't dribble enough. It's like constant traveling.
Okay,
Right?
another movie.
It can be.
Another movie I'm going to talk about, I almost guarantee neither one of you have seen. Gone Fishing.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Is that with the grumpy old men guy?
Almost. It's with Joe Pesci and
There's an actor.
Danny Glover.
Okay, Danny
Oh.
Glover from Lethal Weapon.
And it is actually, I mean, it's a little cheesy, but it's actually really funny. Worth watching. Definitely worth watching.
Demolition Man. I love some
Demolition Man's amazing. But yet you say that Sylvester Stallone's not one of the greatest actors of our time. WWSSD. What would Sylvester Stallone do?
He's not that
Hello?
great.
He's a script thief too.
But I can tell you that he
Did
acted.
you ever see Oscar?
He acted better.
Wrote it,
in,
directed, starred in. Amazing
Did he?
movie. Yeah, and it's
well,
funny.
he also said he wrote League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, was it? Or that he got
No.
sued for stealing it?
No,
What was
there's
the
no
one that
way.
He got sued for stealing it and lost.
I don't know.
He's not smart enough to write something like League of
I
Extraordinary
know. No,
Gentlemen.
it was something else that he
What?
definitely
The movie was
the
terrible.
Untouchables.
Dude, he's dumb. The guy's got the
Yeah.
intelligence level of Mark Wahlberg.
Are you kidding me?
Mark
cordial,
Wahlberg
He's
has
created
but
Rocky franchise,
Mark
one of the
Wahlberg
greatest franchises
can't
of all time.
talk and breathe.
Rambo.
he
one
also
of the
didn't
greatest.
write Rocky. He just got the writer credit.
And
the
Rambo
thing.
was a
Yeah.
shit series as well.
He shared writer credit with the actual writer. He's either shared credit or straight out stolen everything he's claimed to have written.
I don't believe that.
Dude, he is not a
He's
good
lost
actor.
court cases over
he's
it.
he's not a director.
Seems
Anything
like a
that
cordial
he
gentleman, probably a nice guy.
yeah,
Dude, he's Sylvester Stallone.
he probably still does steroids. I'm sure if you piss him off,
Actually, he does growth hormone.
same thing.
And he's a big proponent of it. He talks about it a lot.
Yeah, well,
I
there you
hate
go.
him.
And he looks phenomenal for his age.
We did look him up yesterday.
Yeah.
Because I
He was like 70
I
something
s-
and ripped.
I solely and wholly disagreed with him being any kind of actor. Rocky was a terrible series.
Rocky.
Terrible series. Rambo, I don't get it twisted. I own all of them. But
Great.
terrible.
Great.
Absolutely terrible.
Fantastic.
The plot,
Historically
the only
significant
plot that's
is
worth a
Demolition
shit
Man.
is
Tango and Cash.
First Blood.
Oh, shit.
First
Kurt
Blood.
Russell. We never even talked about Kurt Russell.
We talked about Kurt Russell because I said Big
did?
Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, but as one of the greatest actors.
He's not a great actor. No, he's
But
not.
Kurt Russell's awesome, dude.
He's not awesome, but he's
Overboard?
not okay
This is the thing, some
with Goldie
actors are
Hawn.
really likable,
but
but
don't
not
say
necessarily
he's the
skilled.
best. He's not the best.
Likeability
He's not
is
even
skill.
he's not even up there with the best. It's
Kurt
disrespectful.
Russell?
Yeah, it's disrespectful.
No. Yeah, to
You're
Kurt
being
Russell.
you're being disrespectful right now.
To Kurt Russell.
To all the actors that are up there, sir.
Like Sylvester Stallone.
Man, good thing that we're past time. We should leave.
All right, folks. Thanks for tuning in. We greatly appreciate all y'all. We're gonna be back and on RadioVegas.rocks
Next Friday.
Next Friday. There's no shows. Check out some of the Radio Vegas Rocks lineup. You got the Rock and Comedy Show. You got the Church of Punk Rock. You got Viva Ska Radio. You've got Greasy Conversations, the Humor Collective.
Pulsar.
Troy Patrick Farrell has a show called This, That, and the Other. Check.
You got Faded and Elevated.
Lizzie Mink's mixtape.
Shit, we'll just keep going. We got some bomb-ass people here at Radio Vegas Rocks.
Thanks,
so make
Johnny.
sure
Page.
that you tune in. If you don't have the app, you are wrong, and you should go to the App Store, download it,
and find us on Instagram.
Register that app at Radio Vegas Rocks. Then you have the option, you have the
You're
possibility
automatically interested,
for the tickets for Aerosmith. Tell your friends, and you can get more opportunities for Aerosmith tickets. But until then, make sure that you tune in. Radio Vegas Rocks. We are Two Clueless Dudes. We are at twocluelessdudes.com. We're at Two Clueless Dudes on Instagram, Facebook. Check us out.
Yeah. Peace.